It's the CNT original movie, Fear the Dark Finger. Coming up next, it's the tale of directionless heiresses and pill-poppin' playboys on I'm Rich. Hey, race fans, it's coming. Saturdays, don't miss the Patriot 500 live from Patriot Beer Motor Speedway. It's edge in your seat excitement as rednecks drive in the circle 500 times.
Welcome to I'm Rich, the show that puts avarice firmly on the national agenda as we zealously and emphatically discuss things rich people have. You'll never afford, and anyone with good taste would never want.
In this week's show, we've got tray rich people who inherited truckloads of money and spend it ostentatiously.
We've got flashy criminals who've bribed congressmen to be allowed to live as they want and get plump business contracts.
And we'll get down and dirty with fab politicians who siphoned off 50% of the gross domestic product of poor countries to buy speedboats, servants, snakeskin sofas, and incredible surround sound sanitariums.
Plus, we've got Liberty City's most vacuous debutante cokeheads going head-to-head and giving it in a race to see who can visit the most STD clinics and rehabs.
It's glamour, guts, and really gross greed. From diamond-encrusted glory holes to the proper pronunciation of Ibiza or Ibiza. We've got a full half hour of gawking at the possessions of rich people and thinking, that should so be me! Why am I a vapid waste of a human being? Maybe I'll blow my brains out during commercials. All because you're not on I'm Rich.
First up, Chloe Parker. If you don't know who she is, you're a pop culture retard, and that's deadly serious. This 24-year-old sometime felcher, an heiress to a magnostronomosity of a fortune to the tune of $950 billion. She's one seriously hot number. She's got fake tits stuffed with rubies as well. It's luxury plastic surgery taken to a whole new level. Now, to fill up time, a person is going to repeat what I just said in a different way while we watch the same footage again.
Chloe Parker is 24 years old and really hot. She's worth a lot of money and is totally vapid. She's had a lot of plastic surgery, but otherwise is devoid of meaning. She's rich.
She's got it all, and money is everything. She has a daddy, money, and one of those tiny little dogs that rich people keep in their vagina.
I want one of those so badly.
Woof woof. So you think your daddy is nice? Chloe Parker went from tycoon tot to tycoon twat. She lived in this mega mansion her daddy bought for her after her first period. And when Pop is back in Colombia managing the family's produce importing company, she's out in the Caraways. Fantabulous. Party in Paris and finger blast in Florence. Her amazing mansion has an underwater home theater with midget mermaids, jumbo jet garages, and a 600-foot yacht that costs $3 million a day just to run. Her penthouse in Algonquin's exclusive Middle Park East District is a little palace in the sky, complete with a moat and drawbridge, torture dungeon, and servants with scurvy, all on the 55th floor. This is real estate the rest of us can only watch on television and masturbate over.
I'm masturbating right now, furiously. Now, Chloe is best friends with Jill von Krastenberg. This enfant terrible has been ruling Liberty City's nightlife for the past 2 years, since her 11th birthday. Her daddy gave her a pair of diamond miners for her 12th birthday, and after she could walk again, sent her to 15 of the most exclusive boarding schools all at the same time, and got her a treehouse with servants. Plus, she's got a flying rabbit.
Money. Omnipotence. When you're this amazing, the laws of nature just don't apply. Your life is like a soda commercial where everything is extreme. Look at this house. That's what it takes to make a splash in the ultra-competitive world of being the kid of rich parents who don't pay any taxes. The von Krastenbergs are among the richest people in the world, apart from morally, where they're entirely destitute. just like the producers of this show. But look at how many sports cars Chloe has. Rumor has it, this deliciously defecating debutante screams daddy while doing the dirty deed rotisserie style.
They live most of the year in Liberty City at this sumptuous mansion, but pay no taxes because they claim to practice their religion inside their home, taking it off the tax rolls. That's being a real American entrepreneur.
That thinking got them a 45-bedroom weekend home upstate. It has a candlelit chandelier in the bathroom and transparent plumbing, so you can eat $100 bills, shit them out, and watch your car creation as it departs on its journey. Their religion is money, and they are the Pope, the Chief Rabbi, and a serious Ayatollah all rolled into one.
Fabulous. Their shit doesn't stink. And little baby Jill has got her own bedroom in this palatial palace that's carved out of ivory with murals of erotic versions of fairy tales, hand-painted by celebrity artists Simon and Nigel.
That's how the rich live, with pictures of Little Red Riding Hood taking it in the can from the Big Bad Wolf. Let's take a break while we ponder how all the middle class is just like Red Riding Hood. When we come back, Algonquin's hottest playboy discusses how he spends his money on worthless shit.
Last night I think I shit the bed. Got so drunk I gave a dude head. Life is just a merciful blur when you pop a Pisswasser. Pisswasser, don't drink it slow. 3 a.m. buy some blow. Sleep in the bathroom on the floor. What really matters anymore? All the crap you do all day, who fucking cares? Anyway, Pisswasser, this is beer. Drive drunk off of beer. Pisswasser, drink all day. It helps your troubles go away, yeah. Pisswasser, cheap German lager for export only.
Next week, don't miss the CNT reality show Conjoined Twins, A Hot Night Out. This is CNT.
Welcome back to I'm Rich, the show about rich people that has the production values of a local cable access show.
That's because we have to churn this shit out en masse. Luckily, people are stupid enough to watch it. Speaking of churning it out or bopping your baloney on the face of humanity, here's another vacuous rich person we're going to promote for reasons that are entirely beyond anyone's understanding. It's top Algonquin playboy, Tony McTony.
TMT is like TNT. This fast-living, fast-fused, but vertically challenged bachelor and Internet 2.0 millionaire has agreed to talk to us about what being rich is all about to him.
Since I became really rich, my life is incredible. I got a place with a glass floor, so I can take it up some skirts with a special camera, and a glass elevator that got a glass jacuzzi in it, and I ride up and down for hours. You know what? I'm gonna rub your nose in it. I gone from nerd to hot, quicker than you could say $750 million in stock ops.
Tony's place in Los Santos is legendary. Tony may only be 5 foot tall, but what he lacks in stature, he more than makes up for in sports cars. Why have one luxury Italian Infernus sports car when you can have 2? And why have 2 when you can have 15? All exactly the same. Each one has monogrammed seats with the special Tony McTony logo.
Since I became rich, I realized I needed a logo. So I got the best logo designer to make me one. It cost $15 million just to have it created. The silk thread was shit out by a Trappist monk. It's a yellow M done in an arch on a red background. You've never seen anything like it, people. My towels, my condoms, my gold rim jobs, all of it with the Tony McTony logo. Bitches love initials.
Tony also hires women to sit cross-legged and topless in leather pants in bird cages hung from his ceiling, and they meditate so people really realize just how rich he is.
now I get laid all of the time, which is great because I was a virgin up until about 6 months ago.
Tony spends his weekends powerboating up the Humboldt alongside Algonquin, while he gets his special platform shoes hand-built by Eskimos out of Moonrock. He likes to get back at the kids who beat him up in school by buying the companies where they're employed and sacking them.
Hey, I'm not bitter. I'm just a tiny guy with a lot of cash.
Next up, we've got Alfonso Vasquez. This guy's rich, and he's got a seriously hot daughter that he's gotta have trouble keeping his hands off of.
And wow, is his wife a bitch? She took half his money, just like a slut will.
But that half, he doesn't even need, because money rolls in so fast, he has snow shovels to pick it up. Alfonso keeps his daughter January Natasha Vasquez dripping in diamonds. She says she's even got her labia beautifully baroqued with an enormous 7-carat stone. She's a role model and knows it, showing girls exactly where their vaginas can take them if they try hard enough. But being this wealthy totally has a downside though. See, she's terrified of trees and afraid that elves will abduct her and have their way with her. And she's never even had to learn to read or chew. It's so awesome.
In her world, nothing is impossible except humility and basic spelling, especially when a manservant chews your food and spits it into your mouth.
Private jets, fleets of $300,000 sports cars, waterfall waterbeds, plus they've got a plasma TV in the toilet bowl to watch your favorite shows while you're making yourself throw up an $800 meal. That's what being rich is all about.
It doesn't get any better than this. If heaven exists, it won't be this good. Coming up next, boats, yachts, and twats. It's the decadence that you dream of, and it's only on I'm Rich.
This is CNT.
My name is Stephanie Pearson. I tried dating, but it mostly ended in me just getting desperate and blowing homeless guys. Then I met Nathan on LoveMeet.net. We totally hit it off. Then he slit my throat and killed himself. Now we'll be together forever. Thanks, LoveMeet.
Meet the man, woman, or beast of your dreams. Meeting someone is as easy as logging on, paying for a lifetime subscription, and receiving emails from the worst dregs of society you always feared were out there. LoveMeet.net.
Welcome back to I'm Rich. In this section, we've got an in-depth investigation into corruption and scandal in the charity industry, alongside a report from the front line of poverty in our own country and how bent politicians are wasting the money you give them.
Only joking. Who cares about tales of woe when we've got tales of wow? We're going to talk about wealthy people like they are in any way interesting.
And we'll point out how pathetic your life is because you don't have emerald-encrusted toilet paper or a pet dragon that shits pizza.
That's amore. Speaking of shit. Liberty City has taken decadence to a whole new level recently, officially becoming the world's capital of stupid money when 5 generations of inbreeding created a wasp icon so drunk with fame and wealth he doesn't even know his own name.
Lyle Cleethorpe V's ancestors made their fortune selling tobacco and slaves, both of which are good. But the Emancipation Proclamation didn't get his family down. They import all their labor from Mexico for pennies, making him mega ultra party time rich.
He spends his time sleeping with models whose shoulder blades could cut paper, holding court at the fanciest clubs in town, such as the legendary celeb hangout Maisonette 9. And driving sports bikes while high on drugs.
It's the American dream. He's talentless, pointless, and tedious. And we're talking about him because advertisers will pay for spots on this show.
Let's think about that for a second.
There. A quick reflection is good. Now, let's get on with our lives.
Stay jealous, people. I know I will.
It's the decadence that you dream of. And it's only on I'm Rich.
I'm Rich is brought to you by Crapia, budget lifestyle solutions made from particle board. Rimmer's sunglasses, sight for sore eyes. Al dente's, all the Mamma Mia you can eat. Trackify Wireless. Keep tabs on the ones you love. Big Log Cereal. Who doesn't love Big Logs in the morning? Wife Beater Gin. The way to relax when you want her to shut the fuck up and let you watch TV. Bean Machine Coffee. Chihuahua Hot Dogs. Try beating our meat. Promotional consideration and advertising breaks brought to you by Adios Air. Say your goodbyes. Lax to the max. Get flowing again. Alpha Male. The Postal Evolution. The Alco Patch. It's the same refreshing feeling of your favorite drink, but delivered transdermally and discreetly. Fanny Crab's Bar and Grill. You'll love the taste of our Fanny Crabs. Support for the sponsor listing portion of the show brought to you by 24/7 Convenience Stores. Where else you gonna buy a 6-pack condoms and cigarettes when you're high at 3 in the morning? Burger Shot. Kill your hunger. It's bleedin' tasty. Nochi, because Italians are known for their watches. Rusty Brown's Ring Donuts. Max Renda Cosmetics, and Wigwam Burger. No need for reservations. Closed captioning for the hearing impaired brought to you by Pirate Music Stores, who invite you to hear the future of music, and Tinkle Wireless. Tinkle everywhere. Tinkle in your ear. And Eugenics Incorporated. Call Eugenics Incorporated, where morality is none of our business. Get ready to laugh your guts out. The comedy Drunk Daddy and the Door returns in 2 weeks. You're on CNT. Do you ever fucking go to bed?
Think that'll get into her pants? No way. You need something classy. Super classy. Super Classy Touch Limo. Prestige can be purchased and even rented by the hour. Feel like a player or a rich executive who just got a bonus for laying off 10,000 employees. Get exotic. Our limos feature hot tubs, pool tables, pizza ovens, leopard skin, firing ranges, flat surfaces for laying out rails, and jungle swings, all on wheels. Super classy. Nail that prom date, personal assistant, or grieving widow in style. Contact Super Classy Touch Limo today.
You're on CNT, the best in comedy, news, drama, and paid programming. Up next, don't miss a chance to find the knife of your dreams on the Serrated Edge. You're watching CNT.
Stopping global warming has finally gotten cool. Street style meets environmental concern with this seriously bad, morally good, fully customizable luxury VIP style hybrid sedan. The Karin Dilettante, the top hybrid sedan in its class. That's because it's the only hybrid in its class. Expensive, but the earth is worth it. She'll swoon at your low exhaust emissions and maybe let you do a bit of exploring of her exhaust too. Plus, chicks love electric gadgets. The Karin Dilettante is fully customizable. If you understand real bling, you can make it run on expensive champagne and fine cigars, or customize the trunk with a composting area. Unlike our fuel supply, the options are endless. Low emissions plus hot style equals the ride of the streets. Save the planet for only $39,999. The Karin Dilettante. Bad plus good equals better for everyone.
Welcome to another episode of the Serrated Edge. I am Estell Graham.
And I am Luther Austin. That's right, we're the #1 rated knife blade, ceremonial sword, and other cutting device infomercial in the nation right now.
If you're the kind of person who values efficiency in the kitchen, confidence in camping, and the ability to take a hostage at any time, the Serrated Edge is for you. I tell my kids, you can never have enough knives around the house. And boy, do we have some gorgeous knives for you tonight.
I want to hold every one of these babies, touch them close to my skin all naked like.
Item number 1776 is premium collection coming your way. 14 premium knives. First, the Bowie. Mirror polished stainless German stainless blade. Why German? Well, that's where we got it from. I tell you, I could take that knife, crawl out of the mirror black ocean, and slit a Serbian's throat just like a Navy SEAL.
On the handle, remember Pearl Harbor? It's a gorgeous knife right there. Like someone spent hours just honing and sharpening and letting the hate turn into craftsmanship. It's beautiful. You'll also get in this collection the Lonely Wolf Combat Style Knife with extreme satin finish. Fits your hand perfectly. I used this knife yesterday. I cut a tree down to the size of a baseball bat. This is one of my personal favorites. The more I use it, the more I want to find stuff to cut. Usually I start with my arm. Little cuts. Try and forget.
Easy, Luther. But we can't forget this set is an $8,000 value. Now, you get the entire set under $100 by a nickel, $99.95. You are an idiot if you don't order. Like an inbred baby, your head rolling around on your shoulders, tongue hanging out.
Yeah, nobody likes an inbred baby. Real pain to get rid of. On the line, we have Kevin.
Hey guys, I love the show.
Hey, Kevin, did you pick up this set yet?
I sure did. I'm going to give the commando knife to my daughter.
The British Commando style, high-grade surgical steel carbonized finish 23-inch assault blade, cuts through skin, bones, innards. Sometimes you get stuck in a snowstorm. You gotta eat people. This knife is like an emergency survival kit. Being prepared is the name of the game, especially when the terrorists show up.
You know, that knife, it just screams freedom. I love the saw in the back. That's a really nice feature. One time I got pinned under a car, and I had to save myself by sawing off a limb. I don't miss it at all. I love cutting things.
And it's laser etched. We will etch your name on there. Patty Sue, Bobby Joe, Shit Dick, whatever you want.
There you go. Estelle, you've gone truly crazy with this sale.
I'm gonna cut somebody. 1 minute left. I will not be coming back to this set. Someone else is gonna get your knives, and you might meet them in an alley someday. Stick you in the gut, your innards all over the street. Scream out my name. Damn you, Estelle. You was right. I should have bought that set. And it will echo across the city, and a flock of birds will scatter toward the brooding sky, and little girls will cry. I can't see how you could pass this set up. I can't fathom it. Don't be an idiot.
Okay. This knife here's a half Whittler Extreme.
You can sharpen a stick, hide up in the trees, wait for something to come by, jump down and stick it in his throat. Grab him squarely by the gonads, look him in the eyes, say, it's your last day on earth, son. Prepare to meet your maker. Tell him Estelle sent you.
Wow! You also get the trapper knife, great for field dressing a sea otter or a cheetah. Or you could slightly slip it in.
Somebody answer the goddamn phone. What the hell you doing back there? I'm gonna cut somebody.
This one here, the Tanto blade, good for heavy-duty stabbing cuts. You can hide it in your boot.
That's right. Your captors got you holed up in a Mexican prison. You say, hey, amigo, can I get a cigarette? He says. See, and then you say, I gotta tie my boot, and then you come up and stab a fool in the neck and watch the lifeblood drain out of him in horrified surprise. You can't pass up this collection.
14 knives, carry several at once. Time is a-running out. Let's go over here. We're gonna go over to the sword collection. Item 1863, 19 swords, first a double katana, similar to what you see in a movie.
This is a genuine reproduction samurai sword. Steel blades. You carry these on your back to sporting events or dates. It's about being a warrior. 6th century Japan. Magistrate comes through for the taxes. You whip this shit out and say, take that, you Mongol son of a bitch.
10 swords. Our most incredible sword deal of all time. This is a historical moment, not a sales pitch. You are making an investment in your family's future. Order now.
It is a well-known fact that among successful millionaires, that swords appreciate more in value than real estate or stock. Deluxe. And you're going to receive 2 of these. The El Cid Cavalry Sword, good for plundering for personal gain, patriotic motives, or when fighting the Moors. Those Moors are terrible.
Don't get me started on the Moors. You'll also get the 3 Musketeer Deluxe. This is brand new.
Perfect for a fiery duel or fighting off peasants wielding farm implements. This collection, they shouldn't allow me to sell these swords. I should be locked up. But just try it. Ain't nobody gonna take me down there.
Whoa, hold up now, girl. Guys, you're paying less than $10 for each sword. So if one gets seized at security, you got a second one. You get the katana, you get the El Cid, you get the Tanto. Look at this jeweled beauty.
It's good to have jewels on the handle. It distracts people, shows a bit of real class. This sword here, this is called the Kingmaker Supreme 3. It's our very own Excalibur, true sword of honor. Now, you know, honey, there isn't much honor left in this world. People steal your car, take your wife.
They'll cornhole you if you ain't careful.
Ain't that the truth? Now, you also get this knife called the Raven X. All right? Rachel is on the line.
Hi, Estell. I want you to know that I ordered the 50-inch whalebone Sword of Solomon. That thing's rulin'. I'm totally gonna kill that bitch cheerleader.
Oh, honey, that's a beauty. Good girl. Religious swords have extra power, and we had this one blessed by a voodoo priest. I tell you, I get carried away with all these deals. Oh, this is a luxury. Hot, sexy luxury, like rich people have. Incredible value. You can't buy people for this much money. And I've tried. Are you picking up the Kingdom of Heaven collection?
I sure am. As soon as I get it, I'm terminating a pregnancy.
If you find a better price anywhere on the 19-piece ornate ceremonial sword collection, I'll eat crow.
You'll also get this. The Gladiator 9. It's the 9th iteration of the popular Gladius, inspired by ancient Roman orgies. Its short stabbing motions are excellent in close quarter combat. This is old ancient world style Damascus steel. There are 4 kings of the beast happily mating on the handle.
Woo! Woo! Look at the eyes of the lion done in gold on the handle. That's the last thing people will see, and this is the last you'll see of this collection. $99.95. Order now, honey. 19 ceremonial and historical sword collection. Oh, Luther, they gonna get spoiled.
How about this collection then? Item number 1812, over 250 knives! If you could buy it, this collection would be worth upwards of $3,000 on the black market. What are they going to receive, Estell?
Oh, look at this one. Push a button, bam! Knives open, cops dead. There's a finger groove. That's a luxury switchblade Excelsior. You'll get the Navy SEAL. High carbon super density stainless steel for cutting underwater. Plus the bald eagle. Its glory, that's also a knife. Sing it with me. Glory be to the USA. Woo! With a wildlife scene on the handle. Do you see that, Luther? You're having a tough day at work. You can whip this buddy out. Look at that nature scene on the handle. Think about a more peaceful place away from meddling co-workers, sexual harassment regulations, and the do-gooders getting in the way of your business.
You'll get the firefighter knife. Won't melt when you need to cut your way out of a burning building. What else can I do? 250 knives! A great value. These are working knives. These are ceremonial knives. These are ornamental knives. These are fantastic knives. One for under your pillow, in the baby stroller, in your briefcase, in the boot.
This one right here makes me want to drop from a tree, slit a VIG neck, and light it and run through the jungle plumb naked on acid.
Grab it, get it, buy it, let's move it. Ow! Giddy up, bitches! Get you some knives! You're missing out. If you're watching, you should be buying. No explanation needed. We're running out of time. Remember, you need a knife. Order now. These deals can't last. Dial the number on your screen. We'll see you next time on the Serrated Edge. Remember, a knife is something that you can hold forever.
Why take smoggy, smelly, germ-filled bus tours? That's no way to see the world. With Higgins Helicopter Tours, you'll experience the real Liberty City in ways you never thought possible. Enjoy our fun-filled, relaxing bridge tour. But our tours aren't just above ground. Enjoy the man-made beauty of one of Liberty City's incredible underground road tunnels. See Star Junction the way the celebrities do, high as a kite and wobbling all over the place. All of our pilots are tested thoroughly for drinking and drug abuse, but everyone likes to let their hair down once in a while. Higgins Helicopter Tours, a fun, safe adventure in the sky that you and your family will never forget.
Remember this?
Let's go.
It's back this season on CNT. America's Next Top Hooker returns. Remember the drama.
Oh, God! Yo, bitch, you better make me my money.
Remember the joy.
I won the street walking section.
Can reality TV ever get any better?
One of you hookers is gonna be a winner.
America's Next Top Hooker. It's time to put women back where they belong. This is CNT. CNT has all your favorite movies. Wednesday at 9 Eastern. It's the smash hit movie, BadGirlz. Carwash Fundraiser. Message of hope. May not be suitable for all viewers. This is CNT.
Tonight, a major TV event. Part 1 of the story of a remote Dutch trading post that would become the armpit of the world. It captured our imagination and held our dreams close to its breasts, gently drowning us in a milky discharge. It is the site of some of mankind's most grandiose achievements, and also our society's most squalid and depraved debaucheries. A history of liberty. Major support for this documentary is brought to you by the Bank of Liberty and the Public Broadcasting Corporation, where our budget is cut every year to pay for more bombs. If you take a look at the microcosm that is Liberty City, millions of people, a collective consciousness but utterly alone in a crowd, a million souls crying out to be heard, piled on top of each other, like kittens in a bag, all wanting to kill each other or suck from society's teat. It is a city with so much history. It is the history of the modern world, particularly for people who can't use a map, and like sweeping generalizations, a history of decadence, a history of corruption, a history of liberty. On September 4th, 1609, Horatio Humboldt, an English explorer hired by the Dutch to find a new place to sell weed, steered his trusty ship into the mouth of a great river, the Humboldt, which he wrote in his log. It is a strange and fortuitous coincidence that lush future site of commerce coincidentally shares the same name as me, for the locals call it the Humboldt. Honestly.
That being said, looking through contemporary journals, even then the Humboldt River was a polluted mess. The Chickasaw Indians would shit and piss right in the river. It wasn't safe to swim in. With that knowledge, it makes it much easier to ignore the awful genocide and epic larceny our forefathers committed and talk about big ideas in grandiose terms and hope we get book deals.
Horatio Humboldt had stumbled into the natural harbor that would become the greatest sociological experiment the world had ever seen, to determine if all the people in the world could live together in a single place.
The answer is, of course, no. Liberty City was founded by the Dutch. and all the Dutch cared about was appearing to be purveyors of liberal values. But all they really cared about was pimping women and getting high. They were, in effect, well, I guess the first rappers. They wanted to find a place where they could party and kill people. Knowing this, it does make the act of highway robbery that our forefathers committed with regards to the Dutch a lot easier to forget, and we simply mask it in patriotic foundation myths.
Unlike other cities in the New World, founded to facilitate new forms of religious persecution by lunatics who'd been run out of Europe by liberals, Liberty City was founded not to promote religious intolerance, but instead the other central tenet of Western European society, getting rich off of other people's work.
You have to understand that when the Europeans arrived, the people that met them were savages. Can you imagine landing in a foreign land and being surrounded by men in loincloths? It's sort of hard to concentrate on fending off bubonic plague or sleeping with your pretty little 14-year-old wife when there are savages with no clothes running around. Luckily, we had a few tricks up our sleeve for dealing with them.
When Liberty City was founded at the beginning of the modern age, it quickly expanded its ego and learned to hate everyone else. Cities that were 3,000 years old couldn't hold a candle to the undisputed, self-appointed capital of the world.
Oh, the maps were really, really shitty back then. I mean, I don't know if it was the drink or the scurvy or the raging syphilis passed about by the town bike, but look at this map! It's like a Spaniard with polio painted it. It's one of the reasons people took so long to get anywhere. I mean, the shitty maps.
The other reason was the savages.
Advertisements were sent back to Europe, promising settlers a new life in a new city that had 24-hour convenience stores, roller coasters, and the entertainment of a nightly hanging at the gallows. All the things civilization had brought to bear on this land. All of Europe wanted to come see what freedom was really like. When they arrived, they were aghast at America's new pastime, watching animals fuck and betting on it.
Yes, well, this truly was the city of the future.
Word spread, so did the settlement. They chose the slender island in the bay, which they called Algonquin, after the old Indian word Algon-ku-win, thought by some to mean place for condo skyscraper, and by others as island to catch an STD. In 1625, right after the colony was founded, the first ship of slaves arrived to give the hard-working, morally upstanding, non-hypocritical Americans newly free from the tyranny of Europe time to focus on important things in life, like yelling at their women for buying too much shit in the strip mall.
The new economy was a boom. It was very different from failed Jamestown, where a bunch of incest-loving cannibals consumed each other in an orgiastic fury of self-important nonsense, although the exact nature of the differences escapes me just at the moment. But regardless, Liberty City gave the white settlers plenty of time to focus on the important things, like getting laid.
The slave craze was huge. It was like waiting for a new iFruit phone to come out. People would line up at the docks and wait in line for days to own their very own person, and then put them online for a higher price. Some dissenters wondered about the moral consequences of a nation founded on genocide, slavery, and theft, but they were quickly imprisoned as being unpatriotic by proto-chicken hawks. Of course, we have very different values now.
That year, all the local indigenous tribes were brought together and paid for what would be the greatest real estate deal in the history of the world. 14,000 acres of prime downtown real estate for some spare change, a porno magazine, and front row tickets for a game of cricket.
Cricket is the most boring game ever. What do the British know about sports? They're all gay.
The Dutch had a land of plenty. They traded beaver skins, a 17th century version of wife swapping, and partied late into the night. But founding a country on getting shit-faced and working slaves was trouble from the start. It hadn't worked for the Greeks, and it wouldn't work for the Dutch. 4,000 miles from home and no internet connection to read up on soccer scores, the populace became disenchanted. The colony's deep-seated racism and love of 24-hour shopping would begin to prove to be its undoing.
What happens when you take a whole chicken, pack it full of mashed potatoes, top it full of gravy, insert some corn, then deep fry it? You've got yourself a meal! The all-new stuffed pollo toto frito, now at Cluckin Bell. The meal in one just got massive. Cluckin Bell.
Liberty City! You don't need money to drive away at Sully's! How about the Farachi? Here's a fine racing machine for you. There's been a lot of special moments in this beauty. So special, there was an Amber Alert issued. They never found her, but it's yours for $7,999. Enjoy the power of the open road today. Oh boy, Sully's got a nice one for you here. The Emperor. Fast as hell. And the airbags have been successfully tested by the previous 3 owners. None of them are in the state to drive anymore, so the car is yours now for the low price of $12,999. Sully's has trucks too! The EXT! Nothing makes you feel manly like driving a truck covered in another man's blood. It's got dark upholstery that doesn't show stains. It's a forensics dream. We call it the Science of Crime Special. Only $10,499. Head down to Sully's Automart right now. These and other bargains are going fast. Remember, Sully says it's pre-owned. It's not used.
Liberty City, a town on the edge. A town at the daybreak of dawn, a city at the gate of the universe, a city at the limit of metaphor, deep into the point where hyperbole becomes gibberish. The gateway to the new world was also a terrifying den of iniquity, and the campaign to clean up Liberty City and shut down the comatoriums began almost as soon as the city was founded.
What most people don't know, but what I discovered through extensive reenactments, purely for research of course, was that in the comatoriums they used pig fat as lubrication, which in many ways is far superior to modern-day petroleum jelly. Another thing worth bearing in mind is that in the spring of 1647, the East India Trading Company hired a cross-dressing director general for New Rotterdam named Gloria Hole. He had lost his right leg in an unfortunate industrial accident while preaching the good word to some savages by, blowing them up with a cannon, which backfired. Puritanical and self-righteous, he had orders to return civility and productivity to the colony.
Within weeks, he had banned drinking, smoking, fornicating with Indians, Texas Hold'em, missing church, anal beads, laughter, and imposed strict fines for male camel toe and whistling in public. It wasn't well received. The city was burned to the ground.
Within a few years, New Rotterdam had become so diverse that the Dutch had become a minority in their own colony. Then, just like today, nobody paid attention to the Dutch and only passed through to get stoned or screw a hooker while pretending that they were going there to look at the depressing paintings and smelly stagnant waterways and wooden shoes. Diversity was troubling, and with diversity comes chaos as we know to our peril today. Nietzsche said that, and he was so clever he ended up in a lunatic asylum.
Then, leaders began to fear the worst.
They were totally petrified of the Jews showing up.
Taxes were reduced so everyone could afford their own firearm, and a pattern for the country was now set in stone. Ignorant, scared xenophobes armed to the teeth trying to protect their borders.
It's always been a great nation. What? I'm not racist.
On August 27th, 1664, heavily armed British warships entered the harbor. The colonists signed a petition requesting to be ruled by the British, so they wouldn't have to brush their teeth any longer. and could be certain they were better than everyone else. The English quickly renamed New Rotterdam Liberty City, after a generous donation by the Bank of Liberty for sponsorship rights.
Every single place the British population went, the invisible hand of God prepared a space for them by, well, you know, conveniently destroying and eradicating the native population.
Soon the colony expanded, and areas were named after heavily inbred members of their Germanic royal family. Broker was named after Sir William Broker III, the king's bastard son, who was conceived by a milkmaid. The region to its north was called Dukes after the word dookie, as the people in the area smelled like shit. The peninsula to the north of that was named Bohan, after Bohan, a Dutch word meaning Dutch word. And the area across the river was dubbed Alderney, after Philip de Alderney, who was the only person who could tolerate living in an oily, mosquito-filled swamp full of industrial wastelands and soccer moms. But things wouldn't be quiet for long.
Pretty soon, the residents of Liberty City began to fight with the British over taxes.
Americans felt, and well, rightly so, that they shouldn't have to pay any taxes. Let the markets sort it out. Poor people will die, rich people will win. Welcome to progress.
And so began the American Revolution, a bloody battle by men and women who wanted to leave the tyranny of England's tax structure that paid for burdensome health care and unnecessary public education.
This was a war agitated by a number of musket companies who knew they would win whatever the outcome.
And of course you can still see that rich tradition today. Americans don't want health care or education. No, we want guns and fireworks shows and wars so politicians can invest in armament companies and clean up. And of course we want drugs.
Oh, yes, lots of those. Strong ones you take with young co-eds when discussing their thesis and then begin to rub their thighs while they say, "Didn't I hear you on that documentary?" and you whisper to them until they pass out. But I digress.
The American Revolution was bloody. Soon the French joined in the war to help the struggling American insurgency.
No, they did not.
Yes, they did. They joined in by sending a big statue, which won us the war when the British all died laughing at a giant Martian transvestite eating an ice cream cone.
Whatever. We saved their asses in WW2. Get me some freedom fries.
The Revolutionary War quickly ended. Residents pulled down the statue of King George and melted it into gold chains, gold teeth, and golden toilet seats. The Union Jack was taken down in Liberty City, replaced with the Stars and Stripes, and the newly liberated Americans celebrated. Soon this entrepreneurial spirit took hold, and Liberty City was unstoppable.
Yes, although they were free, the people lived in squalor. You could buy a young boy on the streets for, a few pence. It was a great time to be in the top 5% of the population.
It was a great time to be white. Yes, but soon meddlers like Alexander Hamilton and Thomas Jefferson came in to change the successful agrarian-based slave economy to one of excessive service fees for concert tickets and huge turnpike tolls.
With slavery soon outlawed in Liberty City and the other northern colonies, righteous women were forced to spend time under the train tracks, servicing men for 3 pence.
You could get your knob slob for less than the price of a donut. It was a nation on the up. The politicians were having a field day. You couldn't get them to vote because they were all out having their knobs slobbed.
To keep the country moving forward, the capital of the nation was moved from Liberty City to a malaria swamp on the banks of the Potomac, miles to the south. Thankfully, the politicians moved out of Liberty City, and the stage was set for organized crime and mobs to really make a difference.
The city soon became, a microcosm of all the contrasting elements of modern life. Palaces, self-extravagance, squalor, tenements, trannies, men, women, and children crowded together like a nest of cockroaches. Just like the Liberty City of today, only with less rich hedge fund dorks trying to be homeboys.
With tensions rising and civil war on the horizon, Federico Fitzpatrick planned to head off and teach the South a lesson. But before doing so, continued his great project to bring calm and civilization to all. A central repository for the most hopeless specimens of degraded humanity to get high in. A park in the middle of Liberty City that would become the great democratic meeting ground, where, no matter how rich or how poor, you could get dragged into the bushes and raped. Yet beyond its tranquil borders, tension was breaking out. A lot of people were tired of living in black and white. They wanted color, and there were riots.
There were kids sleeping in the streets, begging, willing to do anything for a nickel. And there were no taboos or TV shows to catch you doing what is natural between a man and a boy.
The nation was sliding inexorably into civil war, which we'll leave until next time. Unless you have the foresight to pre-order the box set of DVDs, join us next time for A History of Liberty Part 2, The Civil War and Beyond.
CNT Wednesday nights this fall. Don't miss the return of Funeral Factor, American Asshole, and a whole new shitty singer competition. This is CNT.
My name is Brian O'Toole. As a kid, I always wanted to make a difference in my community, and I didn't read so good. Most careers were closed to me. That's why I joined the LCPD. Now I'm on the front lines, helping tourists and fighting terrorists. I rifle through people's bags on the subway to protect freedom. I arrest protesters at political conventions for straying outside the free speech zone. We vigorously enforce the open container law and aggressively protect the environment. Maybe you love car chases just like on TV. Imagine being able to do that every day. I'm protecting freedom, whatever the cost. I'm a hero, and I know it.
Rich guys make me so wet.
Marry rich. It's all that matters. The season finale of Gold Diggers of Liberty City is next week.
Oh, Daddy!
The competition gets stiff on CNT.
Tonight, in a time of unimaginable wealth and poverty, incredible drunkenness, and immigrants gone wild, the city of the future takes a look in the mirror of the past and says, "What the fuck are you looking at?" and then exposes itself in public. Yes, the remarkable story of Liberty City continues in A History of Liberty Part 2, Building Big, Ripping People Off. Major support for this series is brought to you by the Bank of Liberty, who say, "Thanks for the bailout, America. We needed to make yacht payments and to keep our offshore accounts topped up." If you look at the faces that make up the palette of Liberty City today, literally millions of faces, of different hue and tone and hairiness, from all corners of the earth, seething with hate, raging with fear, boiling with anger at the high prices, corrupt police, and strippers with annoying Russian accents, then it can seem like not much has changed in Liberty City in 150 years. Still, they came in hordes to a place that hates you as soon as you arrive, and that attitude is what makes Liberty City the remarkably putrid yet insanely overpriced metropolis it is today. We continue our epic story of A History of Liberty.
My great-great-grandfather, Seamus, left Ireland in 1825 and arrived by boat in Liberty City. He was stunned. He'd heard about this magical place with like gold coins and gay unicorns and a lot of rainbows and like policemen who didn't wear any trousers, but what he actually found was this sweatshop construction job. In those days, things were very different. Construction workers actually worked, sort of drinking during lunch and setting up inflatable rats and sexually assaulting strangers.
Nice tits!
You're disgusting.
By 1830, Liberty City was being flooded with Irish immigrants who were told that American girls were easy to get into bed when they heard a foreign accent.
Yeah, it's true. The birds are easy. My family's lived in America for generations, and it's because of my pride and heritage and desperation for some kind of identity that I fake this accent all the time.
Soon the trickle of Irish immigration became a flood. The Irish, who were so busy drinking and chasing rainbows and sleeping with midgets, forgot how to grow potatoes. A famine spread across the land.
How do you mess up growing potatoes, for crying out loud? It's a tuber, for goodness sake. 1/8 of Ireland's population came to Liberty City in about, 15 minutes. Local businessmen loved it. Finally, they had found them a group of people they could pay less than they pay the blacks. It's about competition. A free market.
Just like today, some people looked down on the Irish. Streets at night were full of ruffians. Riots broke out every evening. There were working-class riots against the upper class, anti-Irish riots, anti-black riots, anti-English riots, soccer riots, pacifist riots, girl-on-girl hot riots. Before the invention of television, most people had nothing more interesting to do of an evening than setting fire to their neighbors.
At the same time, you begin to see this incredible migration from the south, migrating just like birds, shitting on everything and making too much noise. People from the south headed up to Liberty City because they'd heard now, hey, there's this place that's even more racist than where we live. And you can go there and hate people from all over the world, freely and openly, like a true American.
The energy of the city would break over you like a fat woman climaxing. A sweaty, heaving mass that cannot be stopped. A disgusting, sticky, and smelly underbelly screaming in your ear, drowning your soul. And afterwards you feel terrible about yourself and promise never to drink again, hoping no one saw the disgusting trollop you left the bar with.
You going out, baby?
To satisfy the carnal desires of the population, the city's first newspapers appeared in the late 1830s. Residents instantly demanded less political coverage, preferring stories of moral degeneracy, crime, sex, muggings, and especially rapes, which were always on page 3.
The Liberty Tree published its first edition in 1835, and every time they would expose how dishonest politicians were robbing people blind, the public would criticize the media for institutional bias.
Anyone who badmouths politicians or big business has an agenda. Idiot liberals, usually drug users and open homosexuals, always unduly concerned about the truth.
Scared of being left out of all the fun, early bankers showed they could destabilize society as well as anyone. In 1857, the markets of the exchange collapsed.
You had huge panic in the financial district as everyone realized a bunch of assholes in suits had duped America with a giant pyramid scheme in which they made out like bandits and everybody else got shit on. The poor got poorer, and there was no Social Security or Medicare to help people.
Yes, sir, those were truly grand times, when we let the weak die in the streets rather than prop them up. It's what America's all about. Every man for himself and steal what you can when no one's looking.
To help the city feel better about itself, one of the largest public works projects in history came to completion. Middle Park.
Oh yeah, it was really remarkable. They took a patch of open land and put a wall around it and spent a lot of public money calling it a park.
The park was another example of unparalleled American ingenuity. Copy something from Europe and pretend you invented it.
The builders of Middle Park hoped that the classes could now mingle and buy drugs from each other. However, African Americans were excluded from the park entirely.
Oh, I don't...
What?
I didn't say anything.
No, not much. You know, only elegant carriages were allowed. Working-class vehicles like lowriders and hybrids were barred entirely.
The park had a list of rules a mile long. No picnics, blowjobs, walking on the grass, camp exercise, no baseball by schoolboys, and creepy old men were given an entire section where they could roll their balls around. But Broker residents had a problem. Rowing to work across the Humboldt River was abysmal, and rowing home drunk resulted in many naval accidents. Plus, local manic depressives complained there was nothing tall enough to jump off and kill yourself. So construction began on the Broker Bridge. It was a boom for organized crime, who ensured that non-union workers were taken care of, and gave entrepreneurial residents of Liberty City a new place to dump bodies. At the same time, a dark cloud was growing over the fledgling nation.
The rise of Liberty City was a menace to the Southern way of life. Focusing on education, arts, interacting with people of other races was such a threat to the incredible civilization of the South that some states began to consider seceding from the Union. These were true patriots. They loved America so much they wanted to leave it.
Some residents of Liberty City were Southern sympathizers during the Civil War. They liked the idea of drinking a 12-pack of crap beer each night, eating at breakfast buffets, and listening to rock bands that played 2-hour guitar solos.
In 1863, the first draft was announced to bolster Northern troops. The citizens were enraged, drunk and angry, armed with iron bars, ninja swords, survival knives, and Chinese stars. The draft riots began. An emergency message was sent out via telegram. Then, the telegraph lines were cut. The wealthiest nation in the world was in anarchy, and not the good kind of anarchy where you cop a feel in the mosh pit at a punk rock concert. Mobs formed, and to show the South that they had nothing on being two-faced bigots, rioters in Liberty City went and burned down an orphanage full of black children.
People misunderstand. Well, it's a culture of heritage, not hate. You can see that in our Civil War reenactments in the park. We reach out to the black community, but nobody is interested in learning about history by getting the tar whooped out of them and then set on fire and shot. Strange, really, when you think of it.
Yeah, it's strange, all right, huh? Nobody wants to spend a Saturday in the park getting lynched by dorks wearing tunics.
Soon, horrible liberal musicians made protest songs asking America, "Civil War, what is it good for?" And America said, "We don't have TV yet, so it keeps things interesting." The Civil War was the crossroads of our nation, and at that crossroads was a truck stop, a fireworks stand, and a place to buy rebel flag souvenirs, and lighters with naked ladies on them. And one of those machines where you put in a quarter and that claw comes down and tries to pick up a stuffed pig, but it never really does. So you go out to your truck, and a lot lizard is out there, and she says, "I'll blow you for $20. And you let her. Then you kill her and burn the body. That's the American experience in a nutshell.
The reason this war lasted for years was it took so damn long to pack a rifle. You know, we Southerners move slow and methodically. We chat a bit, tell a racist joke, go fishing, pack a rifle, take a nap. And sometime in the afternoon, you know, when you get around to it, you try to find you a Yankee or colored person to shoot. We never had a chance, really. But we'll rise again, I promise you that.
After quite a few years of hard fighting and cheap novels and terrible speeches, the war was over. Everyone could go back to the peacetime pursuits of mutual self-loathing and throwing bags full of turds at freaks.
It was a time of leisure and rebuilding in the North as carpetbaggers had destroyed the great civilization of the South. A civilization they misunderstood terribly.
Ha! The reason they're called red states is because of the bloodshed trying to get a bunch of hillbillies to act like decent human beings.
Okay. Residents wanted to relax after having won the war and celebrating with massive tailgate parties. So the new art of leisure began in Firefly Island, a quiet seaside district that featured hot dog eating competitions, condoms floating in the surf, and roller coasters that derailed and maimed people. Plus, freak shows where you could point and laugh and make dwarves and hairy women cry.
Oh, that one's my favorite.
With the war over, residents of Liberty City returned to amusing themselves by binge drinking, swimming with their clothes on, and watching magic shows where people would search for a tiny man hidden in a woman's nether regions.
Liberty City has always been full of massive after all.
For once, I agree.
And the city began work on a new project for its leisure class, a place of orgies and depravity, drug addiction and perversity, anxiety and sweat. The Liberty City Subway.
Nothing unified residents of a city more than being squashed into one another on a subway train as they rushed from one important appointment at the hat makers to another at the witch burning.
It's disgusting. People mixing together like some great cosmopolitan clusterfuck. Preserve differences. My leg is going numb just thinking about it.
Liberty City went crazy for underground trains. The first station opened in 1874 and was inaugurated by throwing buckets of urine on the platforms. People loved it, although there was nowhere to go, as the first train did not get built for another 5 years, so they had to wait in the station for a very long time.
So with this and the broker bridge, people were free to live in the suburbs and realize the joys of commuting. Apathy, alienation, shitty radio morning shows, and car key parties.
And they were allowed to live amongst their own kind in the suburbs and feel safe. Even then, bridge and tunnel was a dirty word, just like flange. Ooh! Has anybody seen my medication for my angina? I mean you, boy. What's your name?
Excuse me?
Oh, be quiet. I didn't mean nothing by it. Come on, get over yourself. Hey, I can laugh at myself. What's wrong with you people? Seriously, I have angina. I could die of a heart attack any second. Where's my medication? I'll bet you stole it just to get high.
Say what? Are you hillbilly?
With that, the island of Algonquin was free to grow into the capital of a massive metropolis, to expand beyond its borders. So what did they do? They built massive skyscrapers and looked down on the other boroughs, of course.
Is there a doctor in there? Boy, get me a doctor, please. Ah!
Oh. Ignorant cracker.
Just like today, it was a city of birth and death, of decay and renewal, of double-headers and double-enders. Finally, Liberty City was beginning to take its modern form. Overcrowded, smelly, but impressive and grandiose, full of rich, unhappy people and poor, greedy people, all living cheek by jowl, like swine in a pen. But the city wasn't out of the woods yet. Soon, something would be invented that would change cities forever. Which we'll leave for next time on A History of Liberty.
They're back, and they're front. 2 bimbos, 4 massive breasts, 2 tiny brains. Conjoined twins, Season 2. What happens when one finds religion and the other finds work as an exotic dancer? Find out, only on CNT.
Princess Robot Bubblegum! It's okay, it happens to a lot of guys. You never know what radiation exposure can do to your stamen.
Oh, this is so embarrassing. Look, please don't blog about this, baby, because I never had this happen before.
Oh no! Yes, Master.
Get your ass back down to the training facility.
I know I'm late for the sexually arousing training montage. I was just, tending the garden.
Are you even listening to me?
I'm sorry I'm late, Master.
You're not just late, you're filthy. You have pollen all over your face. You fucking the plants again.
Master, why have you never told me about my parents?
You were abandoned here by your ninja parents after they died. They killed themselves for reasons we will discuss in a future episode, trust me. But for now, I just want you to think of yourself as the chosen one. What the fuck is this? I didn't order anime whore. I had lived by myself for many hundreds of years. Yet I was prevented from being near children after a bit of a misunderstanding. You'll find a blue square over my house on the internet now. It's a thing that I can't discuss. It was just an innocent swimming lesson. Anyway, I raised you in the traditional way, instilled you with the proper sense of a woman's place. Cha-ching! I trained you in the dark arts vital for fighting evil. I made lots of long-winded speeches that made no sense. As the wind flows, so the spirit departs. But then, what about memories? What are they? They are all we have left with. And then they're still just reeds in the wind. Like the stars of the province in Hu. They sound simply ephemeral, yet they are as dust in the hands of a man without legs. Such are the ancestral spirits that summon us all.
What? What the fuck are you talking about, Master?
Concentrate! Focus on my cod philosophical jibber-jabber! Yes, I think you understand now. You're nearly one with the sword, yes, yeah. Soon you'll be ready for 2 swords at once. Then you get paid extra.
But how do I know I'm destined to be a great warrior? And why do I always have to wear such skimpy clothing for training? And why do I have to have a cute teleporting animal sidekick who never does anything useful? Saki! Oh, Saki, you made a mess, you annoying turd!
Why? Merchandising, of course! You have all the makings of a great warrior. Eyes as big as saucers, natural pink hair, ridiculously huge breasts, a hairless vagina that you have no shame in exposing, pencil-thin arms. Come on! You are ready for the final test. Now you're ready for a final awkward transformation montage.
Princess Robot Bubblegum!
You are the only hope we have. Save your dead ninja parents' souls. Team up with a moody, angst-ridden, overly effeminate, androgynous, sword-wielding teen boy. Defeat the alien armada. Loop animation a lot to save production costs.
Just like last time?
Yes, only this time, futurist Tokyo is not under threat from the forces of darkness.
It's not?
No! It's under the threat from the forces of evil. Now, trust me when I say this. I'm a total expert in this area. The forces of evil just can't stand the forces of darkness.
They can't?
No! Please, one is East Coast, the other is West Coast. I mean, if you listen to the way that they sound, it's completely different. One doesn't even use instruments in the tracks. The other one is all like looping and like... You know, like that stuff. They tried group therapy and everything, but it hasn't worked out. Let's head to the next scene because I'm talking nonsense again.
Oh, yeah! Stupid bitch!
Oh, yeah! Hey, why didn't you help me?
Oh, too horny to fight crime. Why do I have to say that line in every film? This is terrible.
Merchandising.
Oh, okay. That sounds artistic.
Oh, excuse me.
What's wrong with you? Are you blind?
What, yes.
I'm so sorry, me and my big mouth.
My sight was taken from me by the shogun of Teppanyaki. It was this terrible hibachi accident. The onion volcano was too powerful, and my parents were burned alive. I'm a blind samurai. I'm unable to love.
You're not exactly a samurai.
Yes, I am.
Well, then you picked out the wrong costume.
Shut up. This outfit is easy to make into a plastic doll.
Okay.
Well, I wanted to be a ninja, really, but your parents are ninjas, and they dead, which is even better. So they made me into this goddamn samurai,
Yeah? Well, I'm a sex fantasy for creeps.
Oh, that sucks.
Tell me about it. Anyway.
You want to hear something that sucks, okay? The last thing I saw was a man flipping shrimp tails into his hat. Imagine that, okay? Get your mind around that. Flipping shrimp like on a cruise ship. Forever. For eternity.
Terrible! What a strange way to go blind. Well, at least he won't be hard to find. I could help you get revenge on the shrimp tosser who took your sight.
But it won't be easy. He has restaurants at strip malls across the world. What's your quest?
Visit the graveyard.
I have to visit the graveyard.
And pick up a carton of Redwood Lights on your way home. Remember, lights, not the menthols. I am jonesing.
It's so sad. This isn't the right graveyard, but it's the only one I could find.
Pee-pee time!
Okay, I'm just gonna stand here and look moody, okay?
Fair enough. You're blind and you're dressed wrong.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. You jealous.
Come on, let's get out of here before anything interesting happens.
Asian culture's so much better than America. I totally love this place. I think I was Japanese in a past life. Plus, I have a tiny weenie. What?
Ah! Oh no! Use panty machine come alive! It's a terrible cliche!
This is it, the final fight sequence!
Oh, another fucking montage!
Help! I'm poorly dubbed and we're running out of funds for translation. This story makes no sense. Hiya! Take that! Ooh, I'll scratch you!
Dead body freezer box telephone! Yes! Translation problem! Uh-oh! Monster rapey time!
Remember your training.
Merchandising!
No! Submitting to bizarre male fantasies of women in a completely non-misogynistic and sexually healthy way.
No, I never got that part in training. Hey, get out of there!
Well, look, just lie back and think about merchandising. Holy ninja, you can fit all of that up there?
Help!
You're on your own now. I'm sorry.
Blind boy whose name I can't remember. Help!
I can't. My translator is a maroon. I'm sorry, girl. Hiya!
This is horseshit! I'm being raped by a robot and helped by a blind chump with a dodgy translator while my master is a sick old pervert and I'm completely out of montages. This calls for a cliffhanger. Saki!
Ooh, speedball makes Saki sick.
Help me, someone! Hey! What about my dead parents' souls?
Oh shit, the scriptwriters forget about them again. Oh boy.
Join us next week for another episode of Princess Robot Bubblegum. And don't forget to pick up the feature-length film that went straight to DVD. The saga continues in Princess Robot Bubblegum and the Kitty Lover Shiny Bikini Ninja Super Party Time Dimensional Dragon Hole. And pick up the video game available for handhelds. Princess Robot Bubblegum LXVII. Repressed Destiny Sparkle, the action RPG.
Oh shit.
Too many numbers.
And of course, trading cards. Uncensored manga, and collectible figurines for lonely people to stick on their desks in lieu of friends. Plus, an assortment of other quality branded merchandise.
Too horny to fight crime.
Visit PrincessRobotBubblegum.com.
Rich guys make me so wet.
Marry rich. It's all that matters. The season finale of Gold Diggers of Liberty City is next week. The competition gets stiff on CNT.
The show for men by men. In the men's room with Baz and Jeremy.
Anyone in there? Go away, I'll punch you in the freaking liver.
Excuse me, the men's room is occupied.
Yeah.
And now for your hosts, Baz Rutten and Jeremy St. Ives.
Hey, what up, man? Hey, good to see you. Good to see you. All right, hey everybody, my name is Baz Rutten.
And I'm
And welcome to the men's room.
Yeah, where men can hang out.
Okay, now tonight in the men's room, we're going to get personal. On this show, we're going to be discussing a lot of aspects of health, especially how to endanger the health of others with others. Did you? Not me. Others. Now, we've got relationship advice, like how to avoid bruising the face. We're going to take some calls, advising women how to deal with their men. But that's pretty easy, right? I mean, it's just the thing that you need to do is a kick to the groin right there. And when your body connects with the reproductive organs of another man, let me tell you, buddy, it's pain and beauty. Also, we have a special, and we call that special the cubicle, the copier, and stabbing a coworker in the eye with a little pencil. like this. Look at the blood, look at the blood, look at the blood. This is going to be an unbelievable show.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be discussing rectal marital aids.
Oh, shut up. First off, I want to talk to you about a second to learn, see if I can teach you how to understand your anger. Now, anger is the death of so many men. Heart problems, health problems, boldness, impotence, waking up in the middle of the night with your hands covered in blood and you have no idea what happened. Listen, I've been around. Anger. It's a 4-letter word, and boy, does that bring you down. Channel that anger into something positive, like beating the shit out of little guys. Bah, bah, bah.
No, Baz, no, that's not nice.
Hey, listen, we all hate it to be ignored, right? Some people try yoga or putting neon under the car, whatever that does. But getting the point across in this life is easier than you think. Dunk, 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 just like that. Are you listening, sir, now? Are you listening? Do you see me now? I bet you he is going to see you. You want to get manhandled? Bug, bug, bug! This usually works for me. What about you?
Man, you are really pent up.
Yes.
You know, you should try some aromatherapy.
Hey, listen, the only aroma that I like is the smell of burning flesh. You understand? Take it the other day. I was talking to a friend of mine on the phone a long time ago. He was telling me how he lacked the respect and attention from the fellow school teachers in school. What do you do if you don't get respect? Okay, so I told him, the way you get a man's attention is by doing the unexpected. Just like that, you see? It works with him, works for you. You know, you walk down the street, all nice, and looky look, what do we have here? Oh, it's the lamppost. Oh, this is your head. Smack your lamppost against it. Do you like that? Do you see me now, huh? Do you see me now? Okay. I think now, in this teacher's lounge, trust me, those people there, they know he's around. Nobody will ignore him anymore. And if a woman walks by, the only thing you need to do, whip it out and say, what are we going to do about this? I'm telling you, people cower under their desks. When he's nearby, man, it's much better.
Yeah, charmed, I'm sure. Hey, Baz, I think we need to take a commercial break.
We'll be back in the men's room. Remember, don't tap your foot under the stall.
911, what is your emergency?
Oh, I think my heart stopped. The left side of my face has gone numb.
Are you calling for Burger Shot?
The Heartstopper, the all-new tower of a meal at Burger Shot. It's the 6-pound burger you can't live without. The Heartstopper, 7 patties, 6 pounds of meat and cheese. You'll be flatlined in 5 seconds flat.
This is a fucking good burger.
Drive in, take out. Burger Shot. Die with a smile on your face.
It's back. The groundbreaking formulaic cliffhanger 72. Can Judd Parker save the world from terrorists by staying up for 3 days and torturing every person of color he can find? I hope so. The cliffhanger begins soon, only on Weazel.
And now, we're back in the place where your mom's phone number is scrawled in the stall, the men's room with Baz and Jeremy.
Who's on line 3?
Yeah. Hey, am I on? This is Mike.
What's up, Mike?
I tell you what, Baz, my boy Jeff, he is your #1 fan. Sure, he's in the joint right now, but he'll be out in a couple of years. Man, you really put a lot of great advice in your show. I mean it. You know, you got to put yourself first, or people will put you second, you know? I mean, history has some great examples of that.
Thanks, Mike, and thanks, Jeff. Now, a lot of people in the joint should learn from my advice. You are the boss, or you are the bitch. That is the name of my next book. I don't believe in an eye for an eye. Oh, no, because boss believes in an eye for 2 eyes. Or better yet, an eye for 2 eyes and an ear and a spleen. And maybe a new shirt, because this one is covered in entrails. Yeah! Like that! Who wants to knife fight with me in the audience? Who wants to knife fight with me in the audience?
Bass!
Cowards!
Bass! You sound really constipated. You know, I had a colon cleansing. It was really fantastic. Man, I had so much fecal matter impacted inside of me. It was such a drag.
I tell you what boss says will clean you right out. A nail gun. Bam, bam, bam! And then I grab a circular saw, and then I cut off your arm. Just like this. And I start hitting with the wet part of the arm. I'm on a construction motif right now. Okay, let's go to the phones.
So, who's on line 5?
Hey, man. My name's Scat. I'm a big fan of the show since you
What's
came
up?
back on air. I have a question. Is cybersex cheating? Like, I've got a video camera up to my junk, and I'm in a chat room all lubed up. All my online friends say my junk looks amazing. My hobby doesn't hurt anyone, but my wife's divorcing me.
I tell you, I hate the internet. It's for cats and pedophiles, and it's for girly men who want to trick bus. And let me tell you, it's not like real life.
I love myonlineme.com. You know, you can really get in touch with yourself by building a little virtual character and building him a house and making him go to the bathroom and watching him sleep.
You know what? I hate it. That's what I do. I walked up to the people in virtual reality and I can't break their legs. What good is virtual reality if you can't make people? It's bullshit. You know what this is, Jeremy?
What?
Watch this.
What's
this?
that? That's toilet paper.
Absolutely right. You have to realize that everything around you is a weapon. Toilet paper, spoons, a hacksaw. If you're in a lot of trouble, you have real ultimate power. Listen, and you will learn. Now, let me tell you, I've been around. I was in the bar once, and I said something to this drag queen, and she kicked me in the nuts. Can you believe that? Now, listen, I don't take shit from nobody, especially a man who dresses as a woman. So I grab her by the fucking hair, and I bounce her head. Okay, who's in charge now, huh? So suddenly this guy comes out and he attacks me. I grab a beer bottle, break it on the table, stab it in his face. He's bleeding everywhere, and down he goes, and he had glass in his eye. Drag queen screams, "Oh, what's going on? I need to come." I look at him in the eye and I say, "Listen, buddy, This day of misery has just begun. Right in their fucking face. And another guy comes to me with a pool cue. Like, uh-oh, not enough weapons now? Okay, say, listen, are you gonna do something with that? And I slit his throat. Over and out. He was gurgling, and then I licked his face, and I started laughing. Ha ha! And the bartender, it was unbelievable. Fuck you, bartender! I walked outside, and get on a motorcycle, and I get back to my house. Finally, when I was home, I took a long, warm bubble bath.
Yeah. Well, thanks for that. Well, we're straight out of time. See you next time in the men's room.
The men's room, brought to you by
the Alco Patch. It's the same refreshing feeling of your favorite drink, but delivered transdermally and discreetly. Pick up the Alco Patch at your local pharmacy.
Get ready to put your family to sleep. Weazel presents a whole new season of Ether.
Tomorrow, only on Weazel, a terrorism special. Why fear is your best friend. Find out, are helicopters really safe? How to tell if undocumented workers in your neighborhood are really a terror cell. And how to protect yourself with this city's appalling restriction on gun ownership. A special look at day trips to nearby states that sell over-the-counter assault weapons. The Weazel Terrorism Special. Weazel News. Standing up to the liberal agenda, one issue at a time.
The show that knows what today's men want. Power tools, moisturizer, and domestic violence. In the men's room with Baz and Jeremy.
Hey, you guys are taking forever in this back room.
Hey, don't bother me in the men's room.
Yeah.
And now for your hosts, Baz Rutten and Jeremy St. Arms.
All right, hi everybody, my name is Baz Rutten.
And I'm...
welcome to the men's room. Yeah, let's kick it up. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Let's do this. Listen, the ratings are coming in, and people come to me and they say, Baz, how is this show on the air? And I say, this is a reality show.
Yes.
Two men in the bathroom talking, that's reality. That's where we can be ourselves. Talk about women, talk about love, and talk about snipping the vertebrae in a man's spine.
How about going to the phones?
How about going to the phones? I know it's time to go to the phone. Hey, let's go to the phones. So, who's on line 8? Hello? Who's there?
I am watching you.
Who is this?
I know where you live. I'm watching you. I'm in your house.
I'm sorry, sir, creepy guy, but I'm going to break your leg. Please attack me, and I will please return the favor. I'm gonna rip off your arm, and I'm gonna beat you with the red hand. Bang! Bang! And then I'm gonna make love to your femur. You know? Just like a dog.
Baz, don't. I'm really scared. Maybe it's that serial killer everybody's talking about.
I don't think so. He kills homosexuals. And whereas we, Jeremy, we are tough guys. Tough as nails. Nails. You know what? I shoot a nail into my hand right now. Ooh. That's what we're all about. About helping people through difficult times in the men's room.
Yeah, that's right. Difficult times.
You know what? You know what?
What?
Okay. I want to tell you something. On the streets, everything is legal. Being a man is legal.
Well, not quite everything is legal, Baz, but between consenting adults, most people turn a blind eye these days.
I never turn a blind eye. You turn a blind eye, listen, you gotta get blinded. Bang, bang, bang! Listen, I get my wisdom from the Greeks. You must be like a centaur, part man, part horse. You get drunk and carry off the maiden, and anybody say anything, what do we do, Jeremy?
Knee to the groin?
Exactly! Yes, right there! Oh, that's gotta hurt! You're playing a game, and we're calling this game Blue Ball Baseball. I did it once in the bar brawl in Manila. And all that guy left was his blind eyes. And I walked to him, and I go, bah, bah, bah. So just 3 little jabs. Is that a retainer on your shirt, or are you just glad to see me? Boom, boom, boom! 3 hooks later, I slide him down the bar, his face full of fucking glass. I swear to God, he'll never see again. I do a shot, I play some pinball, and then, just for good measure, an elbow to the face, just like that.
Yeah. Well, you know what I don't turn a blind eye to? Blind people with the seeing eye dogs. They don't have to pick it up. I mean, I wish I could poop in public without having to pick it up.
I have no idea what you're just talking about, but hey, listen, I'm sure it's covered in my next book. Pre-order now to avoid disappointment, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, great. Just what the world needs. Another book about how to solve conflict with a nail gun and a bad temper. You heteros are all the same. Let's go to the phones. Hello, line 5.
Hi, my name is Paula. I'm in Vice City. I've been married for a few years, and my man has gone right off on me. I mean, I rarely cheat, and we got a great life together, 3 kids, we go to church, but the sex is dried right up. What should I do? I've tried lingerie, having threesomes, and even screwing the neighbor to make him jealous, but nothing works.
Paula, girl, I see your problem. You gotta get back to the basics, because that's your problem. You know what a great aphrodisiac is? Anger. Pain is even better. Just don't take it too far. That's why grudge sex is the best sex you can have. Right?
Yes.
Listen, you gotta hate him, Paula. That's what I'm telling you. You gotta hate him.
Okay.
Yeah, and every time you make love, don't make love. Make hate. Call him names. And really mean it. Little dicks, no balls, that kind of stuff. Let him hit you a few times. Pack! Just on your freaking face. And then you really let him have it. I say to my lady, really, go on, smack me around. Take that chair, hit it right across my head. Bam! Because that's erotic. That. Men like this, Paula. I'm telling you. And then, Paula, give it to him with a baseball bat. So he's seconds away from calling the cops. Or, of course, we can always deliver the good crick in the pills!
Baz.
Okay. Thanks, Baz. I'll be sure to try that and let you know.
Thanks.
Next caller, come into the men's room.
Jeremy, bud, this show is gonna be fucking great!
So, who's on the phone?
Hey, Baz, my name's Travis. Your show sucks. You're not so tough. Yo, you teach all this stuff, but I could take you. Trust me, I have a gun. All your stupid roundhouse kicks and stuff can't beat a gun, homie. Lead travels fast, biatch.
Oh, Travis, buddy, please hang on the line, okay? Because I want to tell you something. The garden of lavender and roses is one that you have to crawl through over thorns with a knife in your mouth.
Exactly.
You bite back the tears with the blood running down your face. This analogy is for life, and it's all covered in my next book. Crawling through the garden of lavender and roses over thorn with a knife in your mouth and slightly aroused.
Yes.
Listen, I teach you, Travis. You live in Liberty City, right, Tudor?
Yeah. But how do you know that?
Well, let me tell you this, pretty soon, in about 5 minutes, you will hear a knock on your door, and 3 guys will be there. The first rule of violence is, don't always commit the crime yourself. Now, if you are choking on the sheriff and waiting for the posse to come, or making the Cyclops cry, it's no matter, because sometimes we all have to wait in the dark. Discipline. I tell it to Jeremy all the time. Discipline. It's discipline. Don't let the images, Jeremy, of your stepfather hound you. Don't let him.
Don't tell him about
No. You're a
stepdad.
man. It's okay. It's okay. What happened is in the past. You're still a man. Okay. Don't worry. You are alone. Alone with your heartbeat. Life quickly spirals out of control, Jerry. I mean, come on. One day, you look in the mirror, and then suddenly, you just punch it. Back! And at that moment, you look at yourself in the mirror, and you see the broken reflection, and you feel empty inside.
Baz, come on, let's get back on track here.
That's right. When you fight the game of your life, punch your opponent in the liver, and that is right there. That's the liver. You have to have the wings of an eagle, the body of a lion, and the tail of a howler monkey. People say, hey, listen, I don't want to study martial arts. The problem with martial arts is the years of training and celibacy. You can't fuck. It's out of the fucking question. It's well known that ninjas aren't allowed to touch themselves, or they lose their edge. And if you lose your edge, Not good. Now, this gives you great focus and precision when you're cutting off someone's head. My method is I teach you how to feel this anger. Obliterate your opponent and ruin his chances at reproduction. And you know what? You're gonna get the girl in the end. It's a great story. You know what else is a great story, Jeremy?
Well, I really like Little Red Riding Hood.
World War II is a great story. Vietnam, the Falkland Islands, Australia. Men with bare hands taking care of business, setting people on fire. Burning their faces.
And that's all the time we have for this time. This has been Bass and Jeremy in the men's room.
Join us next time in the men's room. Only sissies wash their hands.
Don't miss the next episode of Undertaker. The best Undertakers from across the nation compete for the most dignified end for your loved one. Grandparents, mothers-in-law, pets, or lawyers. It's dignity all the way as we bring competition to man's final resting place. Undertaker, only on Weazel.
Your ringtone defines who you are and how much money you have. So take bling to the next level with Audio Bling. It's VIP luxury ringtones.
Oh, they've got that Dragon Brain ringtone.
I've got the Science of Crime ringtone. Now everyone knows I'm as boring as a show.
VIP luxury ringtones, including extreme tones like a person being beheaded, or diamonds, or old bitch falling and breaking her hip. Wow, that's dope! VIP luxury ringtones, only $100. Be an individual. Get a VIP luxury ringtone today.
Visit VIPluxuryringtones.com.
Recorded live from Liberty City at the home of the 6-drink minimum, the famous Split Sides Comedy Club presents all the way from London, Europe, Mr. Ricky Gervais.
Hi. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Been thinking a lot about war recently. A lot of bad stuff in the world. Someone's always at war. And I was thinking, what's my favourite war? Vietnam, best soundtrack, definitely. Second World War, best ending. What a finale. You know it's over when you can't follow that, that's the end. People are worried about that though because the atomic bomb, it ended a war, which is good, but the effects are still being felt, which is bad. And it was invented by Einstein, and he's a genius. In his 1907 paper, Einstein said that light could be described as discrete bundles of energies, that when irradiated, what sort of cunt thinks like that, really? I mean, that's what turned Stephen Hawking mental. Too much thinking. I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure. The universe is expanding. Yeah, of course it is, Stephen. Take a day off. Go for a walk, or not a walk, but open a window. Watch a bit of TV. Robot Wars is on. You like that, don't you? She'll go, you can't ever go at Stephen Hawking. He's a genius. He's not a genius. He's pretentious. Born in England and talks with an American accent. Cambodia. That was a good one. Pol Pot. He killed 100,000 people. He rounded up 100,000 people and he killed them because they were what he called intellectuals. And that was his threat. And do you know how he told whether they were intellectual or not? Was whether they wore glasses. If they're that clever, take them off when they see him coming. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, well Kierkegaard, here comes Pol Pot. Alright? Yeah, not too bad, yeah. Yeah, good, yeah. Oh, thank you, Mr. Pot, yeah. No, I'm thick, as you can see. Him over there, look. Don't kill him. Falklands War. That's probably my favourite. People say it was a conflict. It was a war. And it's my favourite because it was a range war. And what that means is that the Argentinian guns could fire 9 kilometres, whereas the British guns could fire 17 kilometres. So we just parked our boats about 10 kilometres away, and theirs were falling into the water, while we were shelling the shit out of them. It's the war equivalent of holding a midget at arm's length. Right. And he's flailing, and just missing, and you're just steady kicking him in the bollocks. Ow! Smack. Ow! Smack. People go, oh, you mustn't have a go at midgets. Why not? What are they going to do? You mustn't have a go at fundamentalist terrorists. They're the scary ones. Midgets, do what you want. Thanks very much. Good night.
Mr. Ricky Gervais!
Critics are raving about how the West was won on Weazel. Running horses, justified genocide, big bosoms, and chip-faced shootouts are coming to Tuesdays on the next season of Spittoon. Don't miss it.
Honey! What are you doing sitting in your car in the driveway staring at your phone? Are your pants unbuckled?
It's the Whiz Wireless Video Package. Watch all your favorite movies on your phone, on demand, at home, at work, while stuck in traffic. Adult titles, too. You won't want to get out of your car.
Honey, the neighbors are calling the police.
Whiz Wireless. Do the social vibe.
It's what a man needs.
Excelsior Extreme 9.
The Excelsior Extreme 9.
9 blades of glory.
Facial hair makes you look like a pervert or a hobo, or someone covering a scar he got tossing salad in the joint. Now take your shaving to the extreme.
Get closer.
It's a sports car, power lift, expensive watch on a Mediterranean beach of a shave at turbo quality levels. Technology has arrived at the razor's edge. Excelsior Extreme 9.
It's the show that may save your life. How to survive when there's a suitcase nuke on your train. Can you and your family afford to miss it?
Republican Space Rangers! Intergalactic war on terror. But don't worry about collateral damage or error.
Cause we're nuking hate, we're spreading freedom and liberty. Sometimes we kill with undue glee.
Oh, was that your home? Sorry!
Gotta complete the mission
And possibly deny extraordinary renditions.
spreading American values. Sometimes you gotta bomb an orphanage or two. Republican Space Rangers!
When strangers you've never met threaten your way of life, who do you call? Republican Space Rangers. They are Butch, Commander, and Dick. When we last met the Rangers, they were in a perilous situation on the planet Sphera, encountering strange beings while heroically protecting Earth from unknown dangers. The saga continues.
Republican Space Rangers! Shoot first and ask questions never!
Space Rangers, we have never heard of your planet Earth or your sponsor, Pisswasser. But we welcome you to our planet. We are agrarian and do not have much, but what we have you may share.
Huh? What's he saying? Man, that's gibberish.
Fucked if I know. He's speaking some kind of weird jibber-jabber space dialect with long words.
Dialect, schmilect. I don't trust the sumbitch. Besides, it looks queer to me. And if we don't fight them here, they'll follow us to America and pollute the blessed homeland. You know the drill, boys. Your strange religion and foreign ways threaten our freedoms.
Darren, you look fruity, like you got a wide stance, you know?
But this is my home, brothers. Here it is you who is strange. Can't we all get along?
What's he saying, man? This alien sure speaks crap.
Hey, habla inglés, hola!
Hey, listen up, shit for brains. The time for peaceful negotiations is over.
You heard the boss, asshead hole. You know what time it is, baby. It's time to die.
Wait. Make sure you get the children. They'll just turn into insurgents themselves.
Hey, them young'uns is running into that alien orphanage.
It seems to me we've uncovered a terror plot. Innocent people back home will suffer. I repeat, they will suffer.
Shit.
Hey there, Commander. This here Nuke is armed and on your go, baby.
That's 10-4. Let's get on the ship and vaporize these SLBs.
Woo-hoo! Yeah, baby!
All right, another round, boys.
You deserve it. You are heroes today. And I say, with a tear in my eye, mission accomplished! Hoorah! Hoorah! Democracy is a gift to the universe. Those alien kids learned a valuable lesson today. Whoa! I got a breach in the airlock.
Hey,
God there was a report from Fort Ass. General shit's on his way. God damn it, soldier! You are specifically prohibited from firing off air biscuits! Hey! What's that up ahead?
Oh, yeah, this, wait a
You
minute.
idiot! You're
Hold
looking
up.
at the microwave oven! Look at the screen!
I'm sorry, Commander. I was cooking me up a quesadilla. Hey, this here registers as a strange planet on the insurgent scan. Well, it's on the map, but fuck if I can pronounce the name.
No surprise there, but I say we take no chances anyway. Let's give them 8 kinds of hell, Butch! Fire it all!
With pleasure, sir.
I never get tired of seeing that. Well done, fellers. Put a note in the log. Encounter terrorist threat. Commence to liquidize same enemy. Freed mankind. And I'm recommending both of you sons of bitches for some more medals and shit. Oh, thank you, Commander.
Hey, listen, can we shower together later?
Indubitably. But only after we play space volleyball and work ourselves up a man-sized sweat.
Oh, man, y'all know I ain't good at no volleyball.
Hush. Don't ruin it. It's too tender.
Oh, I got something on the insurgent scan again.
Hey, readings indicate minerals and gold. Well, boys, lock and load. Let's have ourselves a look-see. What do you say? Remember, if we meet any strangers, kill them! I bet these punks have no capacity whatsoever for peaceful coexistence, drive-through liquor stores, gun shops, or the democratic freedom to have their votes discarded in swamps! Shit, they better learn how to pray in school! Oh, give it a rest! They're fucking savages, Dick! Hey, here's one now.
The gods were right! You've come! Welcome to our peaceful land of plenty!
What is he saying?
This son of a bitch doesn't even speak American!
Yes, I do. I said welcome. Ow! You prick! You shot me in the tentacle! No problem. It will grow back. Listen, I forgive you, brother. Carrying around the burden of hate is worse for me than those I despise.
What on God's green earth is he saying?
I don't know, sound like some Tai Chi Chuan Fandango transvestite bullshit. I don't know, I was thinking the exact same thing. See, I recognize some of the words, but the sentiments seem simplistic and, well, foreign, if you will.
I don't understand what anybody's saying. I just want to shoot.
Enemies out there, boys! The enemy's out there! No! The enemy's inside.
Listen, guys, welcome! We've arranged a welcome party with a tequila slide. Good times! We'll get started with massages from attractive she-aliens. Then, after hand release, we'll
You better stop trying to buy my men off with your women! Ditto!
Yeah, I hate women.
Oh, sorry. We mean no offense. Listen, we really need your help. We are a loving, peaceful race. Last menstrual moon cycle, an evil race of aliens invaded and began imposing their will on us. They enslave many of my people, steal our natural resources with no-bid contracts while destroying our culture. Can you help? Oh no, here comes one of them now.
What are you saying, sharing scum?
I was explaining to these manly space rangers how you've enslaved my people.
Of course we have. You've got resources we need, and besides which, we are evil and greedy.
I like this little guy. He's speaking a lot of sense, know what I mean? Hey, you wanna go bass fishing?
Man, what's he saying?
My God, you are a fucking moron. Listen, you two, please. These evil aliens are destroying our people and culture.
You're weak. You deserve to suffer.
He's got leadership skills on him, too. This little feller's incredible. Hey, Commander, awaiting your orders. Hell, our mission is clear as mud, boys, and I do not believe in any manner of deviation. Except, of course, for that one night in college when we had one too many wine spritzers. Are you calling me a deviant boy?
No! No!
Therefore, we must travel through space, meet strangers, and kill them good!
For democracy and liberty!
Hurrah!
But I can give you wisdom!
And I can make you rich!
All right, I've heard enough of this shit! You know the drill, fellas!
No!
Cook up! That'll teach that son bitch what shocking all means. You did a great job, boys. I'm proud of you. Oh, damn it, Dick! I told you no bopping the baloney in outer space!
Sorry, Commander, but this soldier is unable to stop thinking about your warm, hairy embrace!
Republican Space Rangers!
Republican Rangers of Space! Oh, shit, wait.
God damn it!
When primitives light years away threaten their way of life, the Republican Space Rangers will be there to make sure democracy wins again. Republican Space Rangers.
Meet John Hunter. As a state senator, he voted to close down all schools in Liberty City and give the money saved directly to drug addicts. John Hunter wants to be your governor, but he hates our troops so much, he wants them to cut and run and come home cowards. John Hunter has lost an erection more than once and disappointed his wife much in the same way he'll disappoint you. And he definitely has hair plugs and lifts. Call John Hunter. Tell him that comb-over's not fooling anyone, you short-assed bald bastard. It's just like your policies. Thin on top and short of ideas. Paid for by Michael Graves for governor.
He says, she says, he says, shut up. The women of Dazzletown show their true nature in Vinewood only on Weazel.
Coming up later on Weazel News, are you eating rat feces? And have pedophiles invaded your computer? We'll show you how to find out. And a special report on parenting. How to tell if your teen daughter is still a virgin. We call it News. Traffic, weather, and the war on terror together. Weazel News.
Republican Space Rangers! Intergalactic war on terror, but don't worry about collateral damage or error.
Cause we're nuking hate, we're spreading freedom and liberty. Sometimes we kill with undue glee.
Oh, was that your home? Sorry!
Gotta complete the mission.
And possibly deny extraordinary additions.
Spreading American values. Sometimes you gotta bomb an orphanage or two. Republican Space Rangers!
With a universe full of terrorists trying to infiltrate America, who do you call? Republican Space Rangers. They are Butch, the Commander, and Dick. When we last met the Rangers, they were bravely defending the borders of our universe from the horrors of illegal aliens.
Republican Space Rangers! Kill first, film it, and stick it on the internet later!
Episode 456, Trouble Brewing Down South.
I tell you what, boys, there is nothing like barbecue space chicken to make you feel patriotic. Gentlemen, we are on the front lines of freedom right here. This is where our civilization ends and a universe of untold savagery begins. Any illegal alien immigrants try to sneak through this checkpoint, our standing orders are to deport them permanently to H-E double toothpicks! Amen! Hoorah! Shut up and get tender, bitches!
Hey, how come I can hear that gunshot? You know, sound don't travel through no space.
Huh? Oh, god damn it! But you're fucking up our character continuity! You're supposed to be dumb as sticks!
I'm just saying, all them space movies you hear, you know, with them lasers and ships flying by, but you can't hear nothing in space for real. Space is a vacuum cleaner full of dark matter and impossibly dense.
I got some impossibly dense dark matter for you. Dinner's ready, boys. Oh, holy snapping asshole! Hey, look at you, Mr. Fucking self-improvement elitist with your fancy learning. Hey, look, I got all the educations I need.
It's called a gun.
Holster that weapon, soldier! Need I remind you that dark matter is what we're supposed to stop from creeping into the blessed homeland? Butch, what are you, some kind of elite son of a bitch now? Yeah, living up in your ivory tower listening to your jam bands and your rap music and whatnot? Are you social networking on me, boy?
Commander, I read all this on them internets.
Internets?
So help me, you better not have yourself a blog, boy.
The internets? Well, she ain't for learning. She's for posting unsubstantiated lies on message boards, calling people f***s and fart and shit. Do you read me?
Yes, sir.
And chatting with underage girls with large hairy hands and Adam's apples and thick ankles that don't shave.
Anyway, you two shut your beer holes and be on the lookout for illegal immigrants. They're a scourge, I tell you, gentlemen. Why, when my people came to this country, the last thing they wanted was to be joined by a lot of foreigners once the place was full. It's just like the Constitution says. We the freaking people! I repeat, we the freaking motherfucking people!
Uh-oh! Hey, we got a live one there, fellers.
Whoa! Incoming combatant! Lock and load, prepare to fire, boys, on my command!
Ow, baby! You try to soil this distant outpost of the homeland with your funny language of merengue hoo-ha, and I'll shoot a load right in your fart box, boy!
Yeah. Anyway, it's another great day for spreading freedom, boys! What say we hit the hay? Oh, but before we go, Julio, Ivan, Ming Ho, get your sorry tentacled arses out here on the double!
Si, Senor Commander.
Oh, Julio. We said it a million fucking times. Let me be very clear. God speaks English. My Bible is in English. I am English. This am Englandish. Speak fucking English!
Si, sorry, Senor Bossman. England very pretty.
Is very pretty.
Cut the crap, the two of you. England is full of homos. Anyways, listen up, Julio. While me and the real heroes catch some Z's, you zeros give the ship a little cleaning and a good once-over. You people are good at that, aren't you? Listen up, my alien friend. The American dream begins under the table, untaxed at $1.50 an hour. You don't like it? I'm calling immigration come morning.
Si, senor.
All right now, vamos, amigos. Damn heathen language makes my mouth taste like turd just speaking it. Hit the fucking rack, boys! Commander, you asleep?
What? Grab your socks, it's a What the hell are you doing in my bunk, soldier?
Hi. I got cold, and I keep thinking I hear crickets, you know.
Oh, God damn it, Dick, those ain't crickets. That's my newfangled sleep machine. So you play soothing sounds that help me sleep. Comforting things like the sound of crickets, or rifles cocking, or aliens cowering, or flags unfurling. Now get your ass back to your bunk and get some shut-eye, soldier! That's an order! And leave my teddy bear.
Oh, thank you so much for coming. My family is starving.
So, I brought you some beans. Y'all people like that, right? Beans?
Anything.
Oh, I'm so confused.
But why?
Well, you're filthy alien scum. And I got a mandate here from the Lord God Almighty and Weazel News to kill you, but I just want me a new friend. Will you be my little buddy?
Well, I don't know. What do we have in common? I like reading and art and philosophy and studying the universe. What do you like?
I like TV and breakfast buffets and mega churches and rodeo and killing people. Only I don't really like that last part. I'm so confused, alien scum buddy. I'm all alone.
No,
please, please. What about the other two psychotic rednecks in there? The one with the murderous rage and the inbred one always complaining about his sweaty groin? They seem like your kind of people.
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, I like Butch and the commander and all that, but we don't have so much in common no more.
That's because we ain't but fucking queers!
Oh, shit.
Unlike you and this intellectual elitist cocksucker!
I beg your pardon?
Consorting with the enemy, huh? Giving him comfort, are ya?
You might as well be pink socking the motherfucker!
Hurrah!
Hey, y'all been there since beans, haven't you?
Hey, excuse me, but how can I be homosexual? I had 14 kids. That is until you killed most of them.
Exactly, motherfucker. Natural selection's what we call it. The way the good Lord intended it. Would have been all of them dead if my plasma gun hadn't locked. It's all a clever design, my alien friend. Teach the controversy. Hey, stop staring at my penis.
Oh, please.
Fuck you, you fudge-packing alien scum. Get this straight, boy. I ain't marrying you because it's illegal. And fuck you, Butch.
Hey, I bet that alien's demon seed has gone and burned its way into your brain. It's got control of you, Butch.
No, Dick. Commander, he's just my friend.
You friend? Horse shit, you gay-ass motherfucker. Dick, new orders. We got queers to kill. Butch likes alien cock.
Butch, hurry this way.
Hey, Butch! Just 'cause you suck cock, it don't make you gay as long as the lights are off. I grew up on a farm. Where are these homos?
Oh! There they are! They're getting away!
I can't believe I've become a traitor. We're like outlaws now. You gonna call me the bandit?
Oh, they'll probably hang you.
Oh, no. I didn't join the Space Marines for this. I signed up to protect Earth and kill foreigners and have video games made about me.
Life is complicated.
I know, I saw that commercial. Oh, man, it's them! We got a smoky on our backside, little buddy.
Have mercy.
Listen up, Butch. Your backside is really gonna be smoking when I'm done with you. Do you read me over?
Yeah! You stop your poontanging around with insurgents! You are threatening our way of life! You shall be liquidated like bad debt!
With no rescue bill in sight, motherfucker! Insurgents, prepare to die!
Oh, piss off, dickhead.
What's this? I call it Operation Shitstorm in a Basket!
Oh, shit! All systems are offline! Ah! This can mean only one thing!
What?
Cyber terrorism!
Butch! We're running out of air in here! It's like that choking game I like to play with my dad. Only it's real.
We've got to save your friends.
Well, they called me gay. Maybe I'll just let them die.
It's called transference, buddy. It's basic Jungian psychology from your planet. We have to save those morons or we'll be just as bad as they.
Well, okay then.
Hey, y'all need to get in the seminal vesicle airlock and hit the eject button. We'll catch you.
I'm going out like I began.
Hoorah, motherfucker!
Will the Commander and Dick explode in the vacuum of space? Will Butch become a granola-eating liberal pinko? Will the Commander offend any other minorities?
Taking a handicapped woman against her will!
Will the alien sign a book deal with a women's magazine discussing conflict resolution in your marriage? Will liberals ever stop hating America?
Find out next time, only on Republican Space Rangers!
Republican Space Rangers!
You're late to see your therapist. You're in a hurry. You've had a couple of martinis at lunch. Then someone or something gets in the way. What do? Leave the scene? Head for the border? Not with VIG Insurance. Now you don't have to worry. Call one of our claim representatives immediately, and we'll deal with the law. Silence any victims before uncomfortable litigation can happen. We insure against drunk driving, accidental gun discharge, and narcotics violations. VIG Insurance, because freedom equals peace of mind.
Republican Space Rangers, intergalactic war on terror. But don't worry about collateral damage or error.
Cause we're Nuke and hate, we're spreading freedom and liberty. Sometimes we kill with undue glee.
Oh, was that your home? Sorry!
Gotta complete the mission.
And possibly deny extraordinary renditions.
Spreading American values. Sometimes you gotta bomb an orphanage or two. Republican Space Rangers!
With idiot liberals working to undermine America, who do you call? Republican Space Rangers. They are Butch, Commander, and Dick. We join the Rangers' ship, floating in an uncharted nebula deep in the black depths of space.
Beer stain detected. Vomit detected. Baby batter detected.
Whoa. What? Oh, Lord. Anybody see a cat running around here?
What cat?
Man, the one is shit in my mouth.
I don't know. Oh, god damn, it's hotter than the chubby girl's undercarriage in here. I got fucking vapor locked in my shorts. You, tin can, what the hell is going on here anyway?
The atmospheric regulator is offline. You've been in cryosleep for 8 years.
8 years? Dick, you dumb shit! You programmed the cryogenic alarm clock wrong in the boring part of the last episode. It was supposed to be 8 hours, not 8 years!
Huh? Ow! Ouch! Hey, why are y'all staring at me? Oh no! I must have put the sun lamp setting on for 8 years too! Now I'm a metrosexual!
I ought to send your fake-baked ass out the airlock! Log into the ship's computer, soldier sissy pants! That's an order!
Sir, I forgot my damn password! I will never get the ship started!
Hey, Dick, try Doggy Balls 4.
Yeah, good.
Oh, yeah? How do you spell 4? No, that ain't it!
Alright, give a clown pocket a whirl.
No, not that either!
Try Pink Harmonica.
No!
Tickle the Fat Princess?
Nah!
Oh, what the fuck was it, boy?
I think the password has been reset.
Shit.
Allow me to type it in.
Huh? What the hell is that word? That looks like Latin shit to me.
Must be one of them random letter generators. Anyway.
Oh no! It has been 8 years! Everyone's defriended me! I've missed out on all that blogging and telling people what I hate about standing in line at the grocery store.
Shut your pie hole, super shopper! Social networking is for queers! A real man hates himself silently and his friends openly. Plus, you were getting too goddamn carried away with that shit!
Say cheese! Smile, Dirt Star!
Oh, god damn it, Butch!
Hey y'all, we have orders to return to Earth immediately.
Hoorah!
In fact, we's a little late. These orders are 5 years old.
I don't gotta hear that twice, boys. Let's hit it! I can't wait to head back to the good old US of A and make me some motorboat sounds between a couple of genuine American fake silicone hooters!
Booyah!
Yeah! That's me and my mother.
All right.
Hey, fellers! I bet they make a bronze statue of us as heroes!
Tell you what, my action figure better have a 4-foot inflatable cock, cause I wanna... Hey, where is everybody? Where's the welcome party?
Who's this guy?
Welcome back, service people. Here, have some medals. Your country is proud of you. Please sign here to give up your rights to a pension. It's your patriotic duty. A lot has changed on Earth and the military in the past 8 years. First, we'll need your weapons, boys.
What?
Man, these must be outdated. Oh, I can't wait to get my new gun. Y'all have one that'll shatter an alien's spinal column, but leave them conscious so I could goad them before crushing the life out of them with my boot?
Yeah, or a gun that blows the enemy's clothes off like a nude bomb, you know? Then you'd know if the bad guys have a gun.
You shut it, soldier! Everyone knows terrorists hide guns in their butts!
That's why you look there first.
No, actually, gentlemen, here are your new weapons.
What in the high holy hell is this?
Where's the trigger?
That's an excellent question. It is a non-lethal conflict resolution device. Too many enemy combatants were harmed through crude projectile-based weaponry. These project positive affirmations that help you bridge the gap and solve matters peacefully.
Well, give me the goddamn thing. It's... Oh! Jesus fucking Christ, this is a joke, right?
A what?
A joke, Bubba!
A joke. Oh, yes,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Jokes were outlawed several years ago. Too many parents groups were getting offended. This is a genuine American peacemaker. It makes peace and encourages participants in a conflict to relax and shed their angry selves before reconvening around a conference table in HR to discuss problems.
Well, how the hell am I supposed to get Poon Job to tell me where the next terror plot is with this thing? Hell, we need flamethrowers and duct tape and, waterboarding.
Oh, and electric nipple clamp.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Clamp them nipples.
And naked human pyramids.
Ooh.
Yes, we don't facilitate torture anymore.
What?
What the wet patch of piss are you talking about, soldier? Torture works! Just watch this. Hey, Uncle Buddy.
Oh, Uncle!
Now say my uncle touched me funny.
Dick's uncle touched him funny.
Hey, you shut your mouth. That's me and Pawpaw's secret.
Oh, mercy. I'm afraid you need to attend a sensitivity retraining seminar. Report to human and other equal species resources.
Welcome, servicemen, women, and all other equal species. You know, serving the universe as guardians and protectors is not the simple job it once was, not by a long shot. I mean, no longer can you shoot a person in the face and post the video of it on the internet. Now, we are conflict resolvers, engaged in an equal partnership with all people. The word is non-violence. Let's do a little question as an example. Okay, if an alien horde has threatened your ship, how do you respond?
Okay,
you.
Damn.
I liquidize them, the commander awards me a medal, we shower together, then drink till we black out, and I wake up in nothing but my socks.
Oh, wrong answer. Shame on you. Okay, who's next? Yes.
Wait. Okay. I ask them to stop.
Good.
And then I vaporize them. And then I feel bad about it afterwards.
Good.
Commander calls me a and we shower and play volleyball.
Well, it's better, but it's still wrong.
I got this, motherfuckers. Let me think. Okay, I light a cigar.
No, sorry. Smoking is illegal and bad for your health.
What?
Okay. I beat their children, stick them on the front of my spaceship like a human shield, then nuke the entire fucking planet into next week.
No, wrong answer. I'm afraid I'll have to revoke your medals and label you all as traitors.
What?
I'm sorry, guys. I really am.
You can't just do that. I'm a patriot. My favorite beer even says so. And you're just a goddamn filthy fucking alien.
Oh, I'm an equal opportunities co-worker. Besides, for your information, our president is an alien.
You gotta be shitting me!
That's what my great-uncle taught me. True story. So, the fact is, you're probably incorrect. Now, I'm not waffling here. I'm distracting. Trust me. I know I've never had a real job, but I still understand the economy a darn sight better than you do because of my deep, mellifluous voice. Say, would you like a photograph of me in a swimsuit? Anyway, from now on, America is all about inclusion, people, and that means lots of taxation and, first and foremost, changing the American flag. So, let me unveil your new flag!
My God! The president's a goddamn homo communist! And an alien! Come on, boys. Let's get the hell out of here.
Booyah!
But you haven't finished your sensitivity training.
I think we're about done with that shit.
Sayonara, sweet cheeks!
Yeehaw!
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Guys, come back! Can we talk about this?
What we gonna do?
Well, as patriots and Americans, we are left with only one option. We gotta kill the president or set off a terrorist attack and blame it on brown people.
That's pretty heavy.
God damn it, we're heroes, son, not diplomats! The right and proper thing to do is to shoot the democratically elected bastard before he changes anything else in this hellhole. We've done it in plenty of other countries, and it worked out great!
Yeah, fuck democracy! Hell, we only ever liked that shit when it worked for us anyway.
Okay, fellers, gather round. Here's the plan.
This is so exciting.
Whisper, 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 whisper.
Mr. President! Mr. President, sir! Could y'all stop for a minute? I just wanted to talk to you about writing autobiographies. Why, that happens to be my favorite topic. Interesting, very interesting, but at the same time, very important. Hitch your wagon to change. I'm not quite sure what I think, but I agree with what you say.
Now, Dick!
Tell us more, Mr. President! Sweet Jesus! I've been hit! Little man down! Little man down!
Did I get him? Hey, did I get him?
You saved my life! You saved my life! Make this man a hero! I think I'll write about you in my next autobiography. And thus it happened. I was reconciled with the hillbillies, and my identity was complete. I was truly all things to all people. Man, beast, alien, and redneck alike. I am the American dream. I ain't gonna make it. You shot the only thing I ever loved.
Y'all have to be a liberal now, Commander. You ain't got no Johnson.
Quick! Revive me! God damn it, Dick! Get off of me!
Will the commander's toucher be saved? Will the president know how close he came to death? Will his next autobiography be as boring as the previous ones? How will this new liberal world treat our heroes? Find out next time, only on Republican Space Rangers and Rangerettes. Republican Space Rangers is an equal opportunity employer. Violence, sexism, or humor in the workplace will not be tolerated.
Weazel Wednesdays heat up next season with Vacation Home Sluts. Don't miss it on Weazel. All next week, it's patriotism at its finest as Weazel revisits history with the non-stop terror marathon. Back-to-back docudramas blaming liberals for everything. Only on Weazel.
Last week, we brought you the greatest victory in the history of televised card gambling mayhem. 5 men looking with disgust at each other as their women look on in envy from the sideline.
It's like a 6th grade circle jerk, Malcolm.
Hey, that's right. And with that, welcome back to the Venturas Poker Challenge in association with Cerveza Borracho. Because when you've got a full house, it's playtime! And E. Cola, because gambling is deliciously infectious. I'm Malcolm Fitzherbert.
And I'm Troy Berger.
Troy, this is the biggest payday in sports, next to convincing a city to give you a stadium and land tax-free.
Or when your city gets the Olympics.
Oh, that's right. I mean, seriously, what can you say about what we've seen so far?
Well, Malcolm, it's been a real... Well, I'm just at a loss for words.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, it is just a tough time describing this. And, you know, I am paid to avoid uncomfortable silences.
It's been truly remarkable. This is entertainment at its finest. This is sport at its best. This is human drama at its most humane and dramatic. Cocksure Chris Cummings is going home a millionaire. And you know how he did it? By day after day, risking his future, betting on a whim, putting everything he owned on the line for a lie. If that's not a metaphor for life, I don't know what is. Chris moved here from San Fierro, says he likes moving to a desert where the faceless suburbs stretch on for 100 miles. You can get a McMansion cheap, And there won't be any water left in 5 years.
Well, you said it, Malcolm. Okay, just minutes ago, cocksure Chris Cummings pulled a bluff on Ace's High Fruit Loop and sent the whole place insane!
Lunacy! 5 people died! Bet it all, don't play it safe, and go home a winner!
Wow, the Poker Dome rules! Guys covered with logos wearing sunglasses indoors. I mean, these athletes are incredible. They're here for one thing, to win a shiny bracelet that says they're #1. Call it honky bling, but every man wants it. You know, every time I see Steve Buffet Karjabowicz play, I am amazed at the agility of the man. I am terrified of the wisdom, and I am fascinated by the bubbling undercurrent of sexuality.
What? Can you take your hand off my leg?
What I guess I'm saying is, when that man rides the river, that river knows it's been ridden.
The Venturas Poker Challenge! Hey, wait, he's thinking. What's Jabowitz gonna do? What's in store for the buffet car?
I am not sure. You think he's got pocket rockets? 'Cause you know, pocket rockets take out a pair of whores.
Oh, they sure do, Troy. Man, I'm so excited I could pee! Now, keep quiet.
Oh, sorry.
Wait. Cummings is looking at his cards. This is a huge moment.
Unbelievably big. That man is all about the flop.
Oh, fantastic. Ooh. I cannot believe that. Wow. He's folded. Take a look at that, ladies and gentlemen. You just saw history here tonight. Absolutely incredible.
The crowds are going ballistic here in the desert.
Hey, that's what it's all about. That and smoking and drinking yourself into an early grave. Hey, let's take a quick break. This break is brought to you by Sprunk, because commercials are the essence of life, and Cherenkov, because commercials warm you to the core.
Uh-oh, here comes Michael Graves with more of his negative attack ads. But let's stick to the facts and move past these pathetic politics of division and swift voting. Fact, Michael Graves spent taxpayer money on a vacation home in the Philippines where young boys speak in lisps and don't wear pants. Michael Graves says he supports family values, but his wife is a harlot and has aborted 5 children. Maybe Michael Graves has forgotten the tragic events a few years ago, but we haven't. He wants to end the war on terror and make America and your children vulnerable to terrorists, much like those little boys are vulnerable to him. You have a choice come Election Day. Choose freedom for your state. Vote John Hunter for governor. The future depends on you making the right decision.
A special night, a special man. Coming in 3 weeks, it's the Crow Reunion in Iran.
Whoa, this is more exciting than chatting with a teen girl online.
I'm completely engorged.
Welcome back to the Venturas Poker Challenge. While you were away, you missed something ridiculous.
The poker gods were smiling on dangerous Derek Thornton just now. He took the sport in a whole new direction.
Yeah, that's right. Earlier, we spoke with Derek, and he said his typical day, he wakes up around 3 p.m., plays poker online for a few hours, goes to the bar with friends, comes home ass-faced, and does the whole thing again the next day. He's never read a book. Seeing that, people from around the country have flocked here to come and train for this sport. You know, Troy, what we're doing here is illegal in most states of the Union. But what happens in Las Venturas stays in Las Venturas, except when you're donating blood or semen to fuel a poker addiction. But before we forget, this section of the show is presented in association with Release Gum, because you chew, you suck, then pow, life has shot a load in your mouth. And Pill Farm, because when the cards go against you, it's time to swallow, and it's good for you.
You know, I don't know about you, Malcolm, but I am just amazed at the endurance of these serious athletes. We've been playing for hours now and no sign of fatigue.
Oh, that's absolutely right, Troy. 21-year-old Butch Roberts, former manager of Rusty Brown's Ring Donuts, may now win a bracelet here tonight and be able to buy himself a whole chain of donut shops to be run by foreigners because we're too lazy.
Exactly. It's the fitness level of our biggest stars that make poker the incredible sport it has become. Example, Jennifer Trashcan Zielinski. She's been sitting there for hours now and no sign of tiredness. A cosmetics clerk from Nebraska, she's barren and instead has adopted 8 children from Venezuela, all of whom are here tonight, except for her adopted son Jimmy, who is gay.
Well, she's one tough lady. I bet her pants smell like daisies.
And how?
Wait, she's gonna put it all in, just like she's seen a pair of cowboys to ride. I tell you, that last round, she won it with a handful of doggy balls.
Oh, she sure did. Those 8s will kill you. Terry Kim, the Destroyer. He has not budged. Fit as a fiddle. The guy smokes 3 packs of Redwoods, drinks a cocktail every 5 minutes, but still, he keeps on coming. Relentless.
I mean, that kind of luck is what a serious training program can do to you.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll tell you one thing. They're not men. They are not women. No. They are gods.
His wife and mistress both looking on from the sidelines. Wait. Oh, my God!
Oh, mercy! Remember the date. Remember the time. Remember where you were sitting when you saw this.
For those new to our sport, where have you been?
It is all on this next 3 cards. Or the one after.
Or the one after that.
Yes, it's ridiculous. We've had it all here tonight. Quite amazing.
Well, it's a 3! It's a 3! It's a 3!
Amazing! That doesn't help anyone.
Next card is coming up. Oh, this tension is killing me.
Me too.
Man, watching other people play cards is so exciting.
Yes.
Terry Kim has such a poker face. The pros at this sport measure themselves as to how many chips they have right now. It's like a whorehouse. You can be dealt something that you carry with you all your life.
After seeing this, I don't need to live anyway because I have seen it all tonight. You know, I have a small pair, but I talk a good game. Ooh, here comes the turn.
Oh,
wow.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
It's the 9 of clubs. You know, he could have gotten an ace or a queen.
Oh, yeah, he sure could have. Or even a 7 or a 2.
Oh, true. But the devil wears 9s tonight. It's 9 steps to heaven for Phil Deadman Davidson, if he gets the next card.
That's right. It's all in the river. Oh, this is what we live for. Wow, luck has really shined on Cocksure Chris Cummings. The rest of these guys should really think about killing themselves because when you lose at poker on TV, life is the pits. Here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, my God.
That's all we have time for here in Venturas. This has been a Jeremiah TV production in association with Shark Credit Cards because this show has been extortionate value and love me because we've made you whole again. For all of us at the Venturas Poker Challenge, bet it all, don't play it safe, and go home a winner.
How will you know if terror is about to win?
A terror alert this afternoon in Liberty City.
An awesome, terrible tragedy tonight in the South Slope section of Brooklyn.
Weazel News, the news Liberty City trusts.
Are you a sex offender? Find out tonight.
Ethnics are at it again. Weazel News is on the scene, hovering at a safe level in our chopper.
The best in political news and analysis.
Today, President Lawton suspended habeas corpus and saved freedom.
That's excellent.
And Weazel Chopper 4. If someone's in trouble or on fire, the Weazel News Chopper is there on top of the action.
Sir, you there on fire. Could you face the camera, please?
Hard-hitting stories, attractive news anchors with great hair, self-consciously multicultural with racist undertones. It's the Weazel News Team. Anchors Cindy Shiney, Charles Justice, meteorologist Artie Schneider, street reporter Sheila Hatano, and Kenny Lapalano with the sports. We call it News. Your team for the war on terror, the weather, and sports. Weazel News.
Recorded live from the capital of the world, Liberty City, the famous Split Sides Comedy Club invites you to light up and bring the love to the comedy club where the drinks ain't cheap. Welcome to the stage, Mr. Katt Williams.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Liberty City. Woo! This is great. It's great. I've never been here before. It's my first time. As a visitor to Liberty City, this is amazing. The speed and the pace in which this city works. Went on a mini adventure today. I got up, got dressed, got my swagger right, had my bravado, and I decided I'm going to cross a Liberty City street slowly. Not gonna happen. Everything moves so fast here. Why are people moving so... a homeless man ran past me. Where could he possibly be fucking going? He could lay down and be home immediately. Just lay down and be home, but he was speeding past me. Furious pace. Everything's so fast here in Liberty City. It's crazy. It's crazy. Your gas prices are too high. $69 a gallon. Bit ridiculous. My car cost about $72. Let's try to get it back in focus. People don't speak here in Liberty City. I don't know. It's like they're scared to be shot or something. I spoke all day. Hey, how are you? Nothing. Good looking at you, ma'am. Nothing. Hello, officer? Nothing. It's a crazy city. I'm enjoying it, though. It's very exciting. A lot of options here. A lot of options in Liberty City. You can get whatever you want. You like pussy? Of course you do. It's here. Liberty City, some of the best I've ever had. I'll tell you that. You know pussy's good when you're inside of it and you're thinking about other things other than sex. Like things like, wow. Wow. I love gingerbread cookies. When you're thinking that in the pussy, that's when you know it's good shit. The best weed in the world, maybe right here in Liberty City. I was so high earlier today, I had a complete discussion with myself. In the mirror. Threatening. I couldn't believe I'd snuck up on me like that, and I was furious about it. You ever had weed so good that you get stuck? You know, stuck. Stuck like when you need to leave, you want to leave, you gotta leave, but you can't fucking go. Stuck. That's what you find here in Liberty City. You've got everything. The greatest basketball team. Who's fucking with the Liberty City Warriors? It's crazy. I remember there used to be a guy played as good as the guy you guys got, but he didn't want to pass the ball. He never passed the ball. And so the rest of the team was just up and down. They were physically fit, but never scored any points. Just selfish bastard. They're just chasing him down the court. I'm open. Nothing. Liberty City's got a team made out of warriors. You need that. You need a strong team. You got to be strong anyway. This is a weak world. You come to Liberty City, you can get strong in this weak world. I know it's weak. I started out weak. I wasn't always tall like this, but you used to be short. A lot going on when you're short. People lie to you. My parents looked me directly in the eyes and told me, without a shadow of a doubt, eat all your vegetables, drink your milk, you'll grow up big and tall. Lying son of a bitches. You know how many vegetables I ate? Any idea? How much milk I consumed? I should be the size of a cow. Why am I not the size of a cow? I drank the same thing the fucking cow drank. Still short. You know I was short because I wore one pair of jeans probably 5 years through school. 5. You could tell how old I was because of the ring where I would cuff it and then let the cut out a quarter of an inch. I grew a quarter of an inch and I'd let it out and there'd be that other line. And then, yeah, I'm not depressed. I'm just saying. If you got short kids at home, go home and kiss them because it's terrible. Thank you. Good night.
It's coming back to Weazel. Another season of the Weazel history drama, Homo Erectus. Science meets forbidden love. Only on Weazel.
80s sitcom star and a passenger are paralyzed in what police say is part of a reality show. We're live on the scene.
You just can't help getting sucked in on the way down. The #1 rated reality show is coming back for another season. Waning with the Stars, the show where we follow formerly big celebrities on their way down. See ordinary contestants paired with death wish drug-addled celebrities to see who hits the skids first and how far they slide. Remember Charisse McCormick? She was on the most popular sitcom of the 80s. Now she's on a serious bender, reduced to shooting skin flicks for crack. And you'll see contestants try to keep up as they freebase, get into high-speed chases, and surf internet porn with 80s professional wrestler, The Grinder. 5 contestants, 1 fading dream, a ton of alcohol and drug abuse. Enjoy watching once smug celebrities who have hit rock bottom stay there. Waning with the Stars, a new season coming soon on Weazel.